Oh, hello there, everybody. How you doing? I'm playing God of War finally because I'm gonna be playing Ragnarok because I bought a PlayStation 5. Oh my god, it's huge. It's massive, and it's occasionally pretty loud. But yeah, I finally I the long man is here lurking. Say hi. Hello. Say hi to them.
Hello.
The long man was lurking, and he kind of convinced me that it would be worthwhile to jump on board the God of War train ahead of Ragnarok.
I was running out of days.
I am running out of days, but all that means is that this game will be the stream game for a while, and that's okay because I've got other games that I can play off stream on this here new console. I got Demon Souls. And I got Horizon Forbidden West because that was I found a PlayStation 4 nearby that was bundled with Horizon Forbidden West, which I didn't want that much, but it was cheaper to get it bundled with Horizon Forbidden West than it was to get, like, the digital-only version on eBay. So... And also, it was gone by the time, like, I think later that evening I checked, and that was it. There were no more... There were no more PlayStation 5s. They are in short supply, that's for sure. I mean, at this point, they've been in short supply for ages. But hey, who cares about all those other losers? I got one, and that's all that matters. And I figured that this would be a good opportunity to go back and play God of War anyway, because the story goes, I bought it when it came out. Like, I bought a lot of PlayStation 4 games when they came out. I played it a little bit, and then I stopped for whatever reason, owing to other games that cropped up or things that got in the way, and then I spent too long away from the game, and then I never came back. But since PlayStation 5 has, like, these performance mode things, like settings, that makes it, like, a good reason to come back, because I can play it at a frame rate that isn't, like, very low. Which has been cool with, like, all of these games, because Forbidden West has the performance mode. Like, that, if there's, like, one good thing, like, one categorical great thing that's come out of this new, like, generation of consoles, it's giving players the option to use performance mode. Like, that's just so much, that makes it way more appealing to me to use a console more. Definitely not to, like, supplant PC. That's never gonna happen. But, like, there's definitely more of an incentive to play games, if I can play them at a frame rate that isn't piss. So that's good. But, before we start playing the game, we might have a big, long interlude, because it's been a while since I've streamed on here, and there's so many, like, media happenings, because last night, I went and watched Black Adam, and I figure that's worth talking about for a little bit. I know that Mubes has watched it, and I think we haven't talked about it much, but I'd say that we've come to a pretty similar conclusion on that film. Why don't you say yours first?
It's the peak of middle. It has things I like in it, things I do not like. Moments to praise, moments to cringe. Some good acting, some bad acting. Some great special effects, some really crazy choices for special effects that annoy me. It's got, like, a character arc in it that I really appreciate, and some other ones that it's also got, like, characters without much of anything going on for them at all. It's such a strange mixed set of things. That's my also Pierce Brosnan, please act more.
I essentially would say that my conclusion is basically the same. It is like mediocre incarnate, but I really enjoyed it. Like, I quite enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with that movie. And yeah, there were a lot of things I liked, and there were plenty of things I disliked. Villain was incredibly thin. Plot, iffy. Doesn't really have anything super interesting or meaningful to say. Yeah, just some odd creative choices, some bad acting, but some good performances. It is definitely a mixed bag that would settle somewhere in the middle, like probably in the 4 to 5 range, though maybe it would go lower the more I think about it. But I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate. That was a good decision that they made in terms of that casting. I really liked Hawkman as well. And I liked his conflict with Black Adam. And hey, I liked Dwayne Johnson as Black Adam. He was alright. The funny thought I had though as I was walking out of the theater is like Black Adam is mediocre and therefore better than every Phase 4 project bar No Way Home. Just by default, it's better for merely being mediocre.
Well, and it's kind of quickly dominating the DCEU as well.
Yes, this seems to be heralding, because now it's official. I woke up this morning and it's just around the place. Henry Cavill, like, he's back. Like, that's just official at this point. Official, like, around, not just the post-credit scene, but he's back and there's going to be more projects in the future, which has made everybody happy. And it's kind of about time that there was some recognition that people would like to see some Superman stories. People want to see Superman stories. Maybe they don't want to see, like, Snyder Superman stories, but they want to see that happy-go-lucky superhero going around saving people, being a nice fellow. And the impression I get is that this is, before the film came out, I got the impression that this would be a significant film in terms of determining the direction that DC heads in, because it seems, based on, like, interviews and the things that The Rock has been saying, that he's, like, quite invested. Like, he's invested in this, and he's in it for the long haul, and he's got plans. And, if the film is successful, which it looks like it's gonna be, it had a big opening. Not like a massive opening, but a big opening. I think it was the biggest opening for Dwayne Johnson that's, like, in a solo, like, him just as the lead. So not including the Fast and Furious films. If it's, like, a big success, and especially with the marketing of, like, the DC hierarchy is about to change, maybe it will. Maybe it is going to change. Like, who knows what it's going to look like in terms of the direction that universe is going in. If he's in a position where he's got more leverage, essentially, to make creative decisions and spur certain projects. I guess it is kind of funny that a film that he was incredibly passionate about and worked on for a long time ends up being, you know, like, a pretty mediocre film. Like, I don't think that it's going to trick anybody into believing that it's anything but, like, a mediocre, just fun action movie. Unlike a decent number of Marvel projects that somehow managed to convince people for at least some time that they're really profound. This film hasn't done that, but I imagine that this film is going to be liked. I don't really see people greatly disliking this film, at least, like, among audiences. Which is probably, like, the best thing. Well, it's not the best thing. The best thing would be to be legitimately great. But, you know, barring being of, like, super high quality, the best thing that you can be, it seems, is to be at the very least an entertaining film. Which it is, so, yeah. I wonder if, like, if you wanted to dive into it more, how much there would be to say about that film. I'm not sure why the sub notification didn't come through, but thanks for the resub. Fringy plays Dad of War. Also, have you heard the Transformers Dark of the Moon ending was changed last minute? I didn't hear that it was changed, but what was it changed to? I didn't know about that. I can believe that. I know that those films had... I remember because I have the DVD for Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, and I watched the behind the scenes back in the day. And I remember that film was produced in the midst of the Writers Guild strike. And so they got, like, some writers together to write it in a very short amount of time. In a short amount of time that was acknowledged, like, in the film as being a short amount of time. And if I recall, it was... They had, like, 6 weeks. And that was considered a really short amount of time. And now... Oh yeah, script wasn't even finished. I was writing as I'd go. Optimus wasn't going to kill Megatron? They shouldn't have changed the ending. The fuck? That was so stupid. Yeah,
always struck me as really weird.
It's just weird. It's like, hey, like, it's right after Megatron saves Optimus's life, and he's like, hey, buddy, you know, who would you be without me? And then he just executes him. Like, what the fuck? So weird. Yeah. Will there be an EFAP to do a breakdown of Black Adam? I don't know. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
That Bayonetta VA dispute took a turn. Yeah, it did. What a shit show that was. For those who don't know, the TLDR is that Jason Schreier, who as I understand, is pretty reputable. Like, whenever he writes, like, some big investigative report, like, it's usually pretty credible. So the original claim by Helena Taylor, the voice actress for Bayonetta, who didn't come back, was that she was offered $4,000 to voice the character, which, you know, on its face, it's like, oh man, that's not a lot. And even given, you know, that doing voice acting is not like, usually it's not like some big long haul thing, right? Like, a lot of voice acting can get done in a condensed amount of time compared to how long it takes to shoot like a live action production. Nevertheless, seems quite low. The reporting happens, and it was, no, she got offered $15,000. Like, in totality, it was like $4,000 per day of recording, about a week's worth of recording, somewhere in the realm of like $15,000. And then that sort of lingered for a while. And apparently the reason why it all fell apart is because she asked for six figures, according to the reporting. Now she has said that she was offered basically the $15,000 thing. It's like, oh, she like lied by omission then. Like, pretty much. Like, that's the impression I get at this point. Needless to say, like, any lack of investment I had before, like, in terms of getting Bayonetta, like, that's erased now. So I probably will be picking it up this week. Because, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, that was incredibly misleading. And you think about, like, the consequences that stem from that. I know that Jennifer Hale copped a bunch of shit unnecessarily, especially given that apparently she's been, like, pretty important in hardcore advocating for better pay for voice actors, for, like, bringing people to the negotiation table. And of course, the fact that, like, you know, whether, like, did you know whether she knew? Why would you be giving her shit for doing her job, you know? Like, it's, there was a lot of that sort of stemmed from those initial claims. Of course, the fact that a game that was worked on by a bunch of people potentially getting derailed, because of something that was pretty misleading, and just the big old fact that it's, set the conversation about voice actor pay and conditions, like, back. It just fucks everything up. Like it does, that's it. Because now it's going to be whenever somebody's talking about pay for voice actors, it's like, remember that time that Helena Taylor, like, misled people by basically omitting facts of the story to paint a picture that wasn't the case? Like, it's just a shit show. 15,000 still a little low for 5 days work. Nah, apparently that's 4 times like union pay, like standard union pay for a regular voice acting gig, like in video games. Now, to be, you know, you could compare it to TV shows. I'm pretty sure that the voice actors for The Simpsons get paid 6 figures per episode, but that show's been going for a long time. And, you know, maybe this is the awkward part, right? You can't, you can't lose those guys, you know, like, if you lose Harry Shearer or Dan Castellaneta or Hank Azaria, it's like, you've lost, like, 20 characters. And also, I guess it's just, yeah, it just seems like a shit show. So many happenings. Doesn't help either by saying I want to leave this all behind and go into theater, like you started it. That's pretty much my thought as well. Like, you brought it up. Like, if you bring it up and then people start looking into it, it's like, I want to just leave it behind me. It's like, you brought it up. Like, I don't know, like, you started it. But I mean, as for, like, the consequences for her, I imagine that they're not going to be great. I would imagine that this has alienated her significantly from, like, the voice acting space. And who knows whether there'll be, like, legal ramifications either, right? Because it probably was a breach of NDA. So yeah, shit show. Caught up on Andor yet? No. I mentioned it on the stream yesterday for House of the Dragon. We're still up to episode 3. I will get caught up on it because I was really enjoying it. But yeah, it's just been doing other stuff, such as playing God of War. Which, let's start, shall we? Let me know how the audio is, by the way. Whether it's too quiet, too loud. That is a chungus tree, ain't it?
And it's worth considering God of War 1 begins with you getting thrown into a sinking ship fighting an army of people at the same time.
Meanwhile, this
God of
starts
War
with...
2,
Oh, go for it.
God of War 2 is you get degraded of your power and then immediately dropped into an army of people to kill again, and a Colossus is outside. God of War 3 is you're on the back of Gaia and an army of people attack you and you get straight into it, and then yeah. This one is like distinctly
Quiet.
slower.
Yeah. Just out here in the forest cutting down the tree.
I found some.
I'm sorry, I guess the interesting thing for any of you who've been watching, there probably is an echo because of my TV. So I'll try and sort that out. I'll just try and redirect my microphone a bit better, so hopefully that makes it better. Because of course I want to hear what's happening. I'm gonna be offering a different perspective on the game ultimately, because I only played like 3 or 4 hours of it, and I haven't played a lot of the other ones. So... by comparison, if you've been watching Mauler and Metal streams, they've obviously got heaps of experience with all the games and this one, too. So a bit of a different viewing experience, I suppose. Yeah, I'll try and redirect the mic a bit better.
You with God of War is kind of like me with Halo.
Well, I probably not, because I think despite not playing the games, I still know, like, a decent amount. I know more than you would expect, I would imagine, for somebody who hasn't actually played them. Like, I know the broad strokes of the story, certain characters, certain lines of dialogue. I know that Kratos screams Zeus a lot. Zeus!
I mean, that's probably similar to my Halo knowledge.
Right, like, you know who the Arbiter is and, like, the Covenant.
Did something change?
Yeah, and
The forest feels...
obviously the Reach storyline I'm pretty familiar with.
Yeah.
Everything is
Man.
boy.
Also, by the way, like, not many games do it, but, like, putting the actual actors, like, in the opening credits.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, it's cool, and it's the kind of thing that would make them... I'm sure that they want to keep participating in these projects when they get to, when they get their name up there, too. Obviously, I like as well when, you know, like, we've got our people who are making the game as well, like art directors, designers, programmers, and stuff, too. But putting the voice actors up there as well, it's like, all of these contributions are significant. No, I mean, especially in a game like this, right? He's got an awesome voice. Christopher Judge.
Walking simulator, shit.
You can't jump in this game, can you?
Nope.
That's untenable. Dan McCready. Well, he did the music for Rings of Power, and a lot of other things, actually. I did like some of the songs in Rings of Power, just didn't make that much of an impression. I mean, compared to the films.
That was the last.
This is the PlayStation 4 version, but on PS5. Why couldn't this have been a cutscene, though? I mean, that's kind of a complicated question, isn't it, really? There's always the question of, like, the nature of replay value with these types of games. I mean, I will say, right, like, well, it's kind of funny. I never replayed Uncharted 4, but I replayed Max Payne 3 a lot, and they both have lots of, like, big walking sections. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that, right? Like, when you do things that, like, inhibit the player's ability to interact with the game at its full capacity.
Oh, there. Do I see my father?
Sound like you had
Well, I'll
something
probably
there.
just go, like, it could be that it's better off being a cutscene in that moment there, but, like, I don't know that it makes much of any difference compared to, let's say, suddenly a QTE in the middle of a cutscene, which I fucking hate, and then it resets my progress. Like, of course I got way more criticism for that, but having me push forward on the analog stick's fine with me. It doesn't really cost me anything.
Well, I guess it's just that people recognize that it's a less expensive way of doing cutscenes.
To me. Oh, there to
So
the
I shouldn't be talking over
Whither do they call to me?
That's a great shot. A lot of games have been doing this as well, the whole one shot for cinematics, which I guess games are
She's ready.
better positioned to be able to do. But I mean, of course, right, it's a stylistic choice. And I mean, when you look at games like this, and I imagine it'll be the case with Ragnarok as well, is just how far like cinematography in video games has come. Like the fact that they can now use sort of like real cameras in like whatever volume that they're doing the motion capture and then integrate that into the game. Oh, the music, guys. Gorgeous. Oh, that's beautiful. Infinite did all one shots, they look the same. Well, a lot of the shots were just panning in circles, that was it. They would just go around like in a... just walk around in circles. That was just the cinematography in that game.
I'm sorry.
But I mean, the impression I get is that there was not a level of... I mean, I already expect this based on everything I've heard and everything I've seen of this game, that like, there was a... deliberateness. That's what I'm going to keep emphasizing when it comes to like good storytelling, is a deliberateness in terms of all aspects of the production. Halo Infinite doesn't come across as deliberate in that sense. Like, because they just didn't have enough time. They didn't know what they were doing. That is so clear to me at this point that was a rush job. I just don't care about the story anymore either. That was the reason why I stopped playing, is like, man, you killed my investment, it's gone. Like, I'm just apathetic now. But hey, that winter update, huh?
What are we hunting?
You are hunting deer.
Which way?
In the direction of deer.
Okay.
Well, thanks, Kratos.
This way.
It is
Kratos-
so cool because it's such a gradual, the distance these two characters have right at the beginning compared to any other point, and then obviously to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Why are
You
we
grow
doing
with
this
them as
now?
the game goes on.
need
It's
to know
a,
you can
as
survive
wolf
the
and cub
journey.
stories go, this is
Then we
probably
leave
one of
for
the better
mountain?
ones.
Depends on you.
Right.
Hunt. What did you find?
Tracks. Not deer, though. I'll
But
keep
of
looking.
course, I imagine that for players of like, players of the old God of War games, it's just an interesting and different way to see Kratos, like, having to try and be a dad.
Tracks?
Yeah. But they're too
Which
rough.
is interesting, right? Because he was a dad, right? Like, he had a family.
Now what?
And I guess I don't know much about, like... I mean, yeah, like, I really don't have much information on this game. I managed to avoid, like, a lot of spoilers for this game.
Deer tracks. They're fresh.
And I guess I don't... Yeah, like, I don't know if that's gonna factor in, right? Because I know that his past factors into this story, but I don't know how much or in what ways. Though, from what you and Metal have said, it sounds like quite a lot. Nah, that's a cool
Oh,
looking
there's so
deer.
much. It's super subtle,
Slow down,
Right.
boy.
a lot of it.
Sorry.
You are hunting.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm hoping, right, for the viewer experience. If you've been watching Mauler and Metal streams, this is going to be a different one, because I'm not very familiar with God of War. And this is my this is, like, basically my first time playing it, because I didn't play this to completion. I didn't get very far.
And remember, chat, I fucking hate it when you backseat me. Don't be backseating him.
Yeah, don't do that.
Oh. But I've happened here?
Including, well, I guess it's up to you. You can decide it, but just there's lots of things to find in this
Nah,
world.
don't tell me. Just let me, yeah. And hey, if you make fun of me, you're allowed to do that, but... Alright, look, I can't...
You'll be killed.
I will be very mean about it. If you're there like, you missed something, you fool.
Tell you to fire.
I'm sorry.
Do not be sorry. Be better.
Man, just so mean.
Find it. Find it.
That is a magnificent beard as well.
Yeah.
No co-op yet. No, for Halo... Is that not part of the winter... Is that actually not part of the winter update? Man.
No! You are not ready! Stay back!
So you can kind of juggle enemies in this game. I mean, I don't know, right? Like, this is the first encounter space, so I'd be interested in seeing what kind of combos there are. Are there combos in this game, or not really?
There's not combos in the same way of like square, square, triangle, square, or square, 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 triangle. There's a couple of those, but a lot of it is like the mechanics of the axe and frost
see.
and runes and switching weapons and switching stances. There's lots of stuff that's going on.
Okay. Hold, block, hold, and then press X to evade. Okay. Something that, this is a total non sequitur, but, since I am playing on PS5, something that is, like, really cool about the PlayStation 5 that I didn't, like, fully appreciate at all, was, like, these adaptable triggers. They're not being used in this game. I imagine they'll be used in God of War. That's, like, the coolest shit ever. Like, what a cool, like, interesting new thing to do with a controller is that you can, like, program tension in the triggers, or like, or you know, like, to just give it a little bit of a different feel. Like, that's cool. The DualSense is, like, a great controller, even in the little time I've spent, you know. I didn't need to restore my health, I was that good at the game. I guess I could go off and...
Here's this way. I can see more tracks.
Alright, so, he's... Oh, no, I am going this way. There's treasure chest. I'm not listening to you, Atreus.
Don't go that way, gamer. That's not the main path.
It's not the main
You're going
path.
off the trail.
I am going off the trail. Give Astro's Playroom a go. I've already played a good chunk of it. I really enjoyed it. I guess it's kind of funny, but like, I played a lot. Like, I don't own a PlayStation 1 anymore. But like, I own, I've owned all the PlayStation consoles, and bar the PlayStation 1, I own every single one. And, oh boy. Get away from me, you doggos. They don't look very happy. Oh, whoops. Oh, shit. I played Astro's Playroom, and something that was really cool about playing it was, just all of the references to, like, all of the PlayStation stuff throughout history, all the games. Like, I recognize so many of them, it just reminds me, like, yeah, like, I am pretty immersed in, like, the PlayStation sort of landscape. Not as much lately, but, like, yeah, it's a really cool game, and it's a really great showcase of, all of the features of that console. Like, or specifically the controller, it's, like, really cool. And, like, the main thing that I took away from it is not, like, the motion controls. It was the adaptive triggers. Like, they're just really cool. It's a cool feature. And I imagine it would be particularly cool in first-person games, but even a little bit of, Forbidden West, it was cool to, like, have that tension, like, when you're using the bow that comes through. You know, just little ways to try and make things more immersive. What difficulty am I playing on? I'm playing on normal. I think I saw something over this way, too. I've heard Playroom is an underrated gem. I think, Sony bought the studio that made Astro's Playroom, so, like, they should make more. I will say, like, they probably... I feel like they missed an opportunity when they didn't make Sackboy the mascot for, like, PlayStation. It's, like, a really easy one. It's such a simplistic design that's super versatile. And if they're not going to use Sackboy, maybe Astro could be their mascot. Like, it's just, like, a really good one.
They've got very similar body types, those two, don't
They do. I guess I would say that the main thing that helps is... Oh boy, oh. Find and solve the 3 seals to unlock it. Okay. Oh. So, I need to destroy the seals. I figured there was something I needed to do by way of a puzzle, but I guess the puzzle is just break them.
This isn't just a tutorial for Fringy, chat. This is a tutorial for you. When he walks in a room and it says, gotta find the things, and he goes, huh, find the things, what's that? You don't immediately go, Fringy, there's one in the coffin to the left of you, there's one in the room up there.
To think about the viewer experience, whenever I ask questions, I'm only asking them in a rhetorical sense. You will know when I want
to let you know what he's thinking about.
Yes. If I need help, I will ask for help. Like, I will ask very directly for assistance, but I don't think I'll need it. I think I'd rather try and play it as much as... Now, I know what comes up here, because I played... Or not played, watched the E3 demo.
Congratulations, chat. You've completed your first tutorial.
Oh, no, they don't do it here. Well, there you go. Fringo Crobcat released another banger video about Halo. Yeah, I watched it. Got me a bit sad at the end. Crobcat is excellent, like, as a creator. Just integrating all of these clips and telling a story without having to say, like, a single line of dialogue. Himself, like, a single line. It's great.
Hit it from here.
I mean, it highlights the point, right? Look at how far this franchise has fallen. What a disaster. Don't worry, Fringy's chat is far more refined than all. I haven't forgotten all the shit you gave me for Dark Souls 3. You played it wrong. You missed everything. I haven't forgotten that.
Okay.
Crobcat's magnum opus will always be the real Super Mario Galaxy. Yeah, you might be right about that. Yeah, that one's pretty great. The part when he's like, when Mario's just jumping around on the fountain. This guy's out of his fucking mind. Oh, there we go. So when you... Okay, so when you block as soon as they hit you, that's when you can parry. Okay. See, I'm going to be doing way more parrying in this than I did in Demon Souls. At least the little I've been playing. Did you see Ahoy's new video on XCOM? No, but I should. I really like XCOM and I like Ahoy, so... Yeah, I should.
It's always funny with his stuff, because I end up getting to know things that I didn't have any reason to know other than the fact that he made the video on it.
I mean, I feel like the easiest one for me is stuff I've learned about these weapons and I'm familiar with in video games, but I never ever thought to look into.
Yeah.
I've never thought, like, where'd the Glock come from? Why is it so prominent? And I think that's the cool part, is like, why does it show up, and why does it show up in this way? Probecat's video on Cyberpunk was amazing and showed the messed up state of the console port, as well as the non-existent systems. Well, yeah, that was really important, because one of the annoying things about the way people talked about that game was as though it was just the bugs. And it wasn't just the bugs. It was like, the game wasn't what it was supposed to be, what was promised. What about the new Mario Rabbids game? I haven't picked it up, but I should. How do I run?
So...
Well, I
you don't unlock it yet.
Ah, alright. Oh, you don't unlock... Okay. Look, I won't make fun of the game for that, alright?
I'm happy to make fun of the game, but you get it very soon,
okay.
So it's whatever.
Gloomworld is out of early access. I might check it out. Like I said, I got a bunch of games now. This is on PC. I'm playing on a PlayStation 5, so it's 60 FPS performance mode. I already had it for PS4, so, you know. I remember like before this game even came out, people were shitting on it for the expectation that it was going to be super linear. And like in the opening section already, there's plenty of places I can go that I don't have to go. So like they were just wrong, weren't they? like that was just incorrect.
I started the stream today. It was a 4-hour stream and I didn't do any story. I was just doing side quests and...
Well, that's the impression I get. Like, the more I go into it, the further it's going to expand.
Oh, look! It's Skull and
Yeah, they give you plenty to do, and you can do it at different times.
The giant wolves who chase the sun and the moon. I think I saw those in the trailer for the new game.
What's happening there at the end? They eat the sun and moon?
Don't say anything, but...
Well, yeah, they are the trailer, so... A lot of the things they describe in these little lore chart things, like, in the trailer for Ragnarok, it's like...
Yeah, right, it's like exciting, because it's all these things that you're waiting to see. How this game is like 20 hours, right? Or is it more than that, really? Like, if I'm going to play it this way that I am right now.
Well, if we go to how long to beat, what would you describe as the way that you're going to be playing it?
I don't think I've ever played games as exhaustively as you do. But I do go off the beaten track.
Relax. Do
Well,
not think of it as an animal.
let's see here.
It is simply a
The average time for the main story is 21 hours.
Stay
Okay.
your aim and breathe in. Feet solid.
But
I can
Steady
do
yourself.
the median length for completionists is 50 hours.
Okay.
My playthrough probably something like 40 to 50.
this. I got it.
Good.
Yeah, so you're playing it way more than the average person.
Oh yeah, I love digging into everything. It's what cost me on Scorn.
It's still alive.
Fucking pointless. In this game though, I've got shit tons of extra XP, money, and materials.
Well, that was the same with The Last of Us 2 for you, right? Like, you were so
Well,
full, like, in
Actually
terms of...
broken in that game. In this game, there's still plenty that's challenging. I was dying
Right.
quite a few times.
Well,
on
because
64 and just-
the moral of the story is that Santa Monica got better at doing the Naughty Dog thing than Naughty Dog. Of
yeah,
cinematic
this
games that are like actual video games still.
I mean, I can think of a couple payoffs in The Last of Us that I really like. The first one. In this game, there's more. I think they're potent, and I think the mechanics are more detailed in this.
Right, so it is better then, basically.
Yeah, I think it just outclasses The Last of Us.
I wonder what Naughty Dog are up. Well, they're doing a lot of Last of Us stuff, I guess, but I mean, after that, you know, what are they doing? What are they working on? Ah, it's just... That's really good. No lines of dialogue necessary. And great composition, like great framing too. Hey look, I'm sure I'll have things to criticize about the game eventually. But for the time being... What do you think of the recent Silent Hill announcements? I'm not sure what to make of it. I've never really played much Silent Hill. And when I say I haven't played much, I mean I haven't actually played any of them at all. Alright, that didn't do anything.
Okay, just tell me what to shoot.
Jesus. Oh, okay, press down to... Cool. Oh, shit.
I was watching Metal play
Fuck.
God of War, a bit of God of War 1, 2, and 3, and it was the same for him as it was for me. Every single time, without fail, that it asks you, are you sure you want to be on this difficulty? You want to go down one? It was condescending. It was never helpful.
It always is. I've never liked it. If I want to
don't
go
know,
down a
it-
level, I will, you know? I'll fucking do it. Oh, well, got my ass kicked. Alright, yep.
After seeing it, I'm not even sure anymore if it was like, can you please tell me how many players have found this useful and used it?
Like ever in all of life. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think a lot of gamers have the pride of like, I'm picking this difficulty and I'm sticking to it. But you get your exceptions for sure, where they're like, all right, fine, I'll go down one. But
I keep
Christ,
pressing.
how often that happens?
I keep pressing circle to roll because I've been playing Demon Souls.
Oh, dude, I love doing that, passing between two games. And the
Yeah.
control schemes.
Oh, and
just
also I'm pretty
slightly
sure
different.
Horizon also uses that to roll because a lot of games do. So
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Oh yeah, it'll just be a muscle.
Oh jeez, that hurt. I wonder if this is like a common occurrence for Kratos. The boss health bar is located at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, I got that game. I think I figured that out. Like, what the fuck kind of thing to tell me is that?
I would want to make a parody-ish game like that.
Yeah. Well,
completely killed several enemies. That it's like, to kill enemies, you need to drain their health bar to 0.
I'm pretty sure there is a game that's done that. I couldn't tell you which one it is.
Well, so I don't know if you ever played it. Bulletstorm came with
Oh.
a joke demo.
I did play Bulletstorm, but not the demo.
It was part of the promotion for the game. It was hilarious. It was like a parody of Call of Duty. I would try and find it, but I can't remember what it's called. Someone in chat might know of it, but one of the things that's really fun about it is like you bump into a bunch of enemies that I think is like just really bad Russian accent. Just like, I am Bitman, I will kill you, and then just start shooting, and then
the demo is duty calls. That sounds like an Army of the Chief joke.
when you get shot, I reference this every once in a while. Like blood goes on the screen, and then there's this voiceover that goes, "Bloody screens."
Yeah.
Like,
Bulletstorm was cool as shit. It's lame that not many people played it.
Yeah, no, I remember it being fun.
I mean, the really cool thing is that game does the thing that more games should do, which is try to bake incentives into the gameplay to mess around with the mechanics. Give people points for doing cool shit. Oh shit, oh. Am I actually gonna fucking lose here? That's gonna be lame. Oh no, fuck you, dude. I'm just throwing my axe. Yeah. Gotcha.
I think they did quite a good job with pacing in this, that we start out doing nothing, really, and then we fight some easy dudes, and then suddenly giant dude pulls you up, and it's just like, I mean, if you've been playing the older games, like, I could handle this.
Yeah. Red Dead 2 and Ghost of Tsushima have different buttons to get in your horse, and it always would make me accidentally stab my horse in Ghost. I remember when I was playing Red Dead Redemption 2, I was playing it, and I think I accidentally ran off like a cliff. I didn't realize with my horse, and he was like injured beyond the point of saving him. Like, nah, I can't do this. I'm restarting. That's not fair. That's not okay. I can't let him pass from this world.
Are you serious?
I wonder if Neil Druckmann just hit his peak in terms of game direction. I mean, you can't go anywhere but like up, right? You are the creative director at like a world-renowned, massively financed, big studio. I feel like there is like no job that could be given to you in the video game industry for which you have greater scope for your production. So yeah. But I mean, at this point, like, he's directing episodes for The Last of Us, like, TV show. But that's also the guy who made, Chernobyl, so I'm not sure what to make of it all. I can't run. I don't like that. Let me run all the time.
Well... Oh, right, yeah, we'll stop you in half-cutscene moments.
What the fuck? I just realized, yeah, my axe. It's like, where is it? Ah, that's cool. Best line from Bulletstorm demo is when you level up. Rank up, Master Sergeant, shoot a person.
Yes,
yeah,
I remember that.
Bulletstorm was cool. That was still from that era of, like, a level of irreverence in, you know, video games. Kind of like the time when they started taking themselves seriously, but still didn't take themselves seriously. So you have those types of games like Bulletstorm.
I got a list here of ranks. If you get 1 kill, you're a Master Sergeant, shoot a person. 4 kills, Sergeant, Master Sergeant, shoot a person. 7 kills is Sergeant of the Master Sergeant's most important person of extreme sergeants to the max.
Well, yeah, because that was the thing. Like, Modern Warfare 2 had like 50 ranks for Sergeant, you know? I meant in terms of how he directed The Last of Us 2, like, he couldn't have done better. I mean, the vision that they fundamentally were going for was misguided from the start. That's kind of like the problem with that game. I mean, I'm sure he disagrees, but, you know. I don't get the point of The Last of Us show. The game is half cutscenes anyway. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm not sure what I make of, Oh.
Oh, dude, there's so many memes from this that I remember now. The opening is like this map of the world. It's all like techno and like, you know, we're aiming and stuff. And then this commentator just goes, "War never changes." Or does it?
Or does it?
I told you something was different about the forest.
And I told you.
And then there's like this whole gap. More zooming, and then he just goes, "The war has changed."
Feels strange to say Black Adam was better than Doctor Strange and Thor 4 even slightly. I mean, it is, but I wouldn't even say slightly.
I do not know. Now
I don't think it's like a particularly good film at all, but like, yeah, compared to Phase 4, it's markedly better. Do you think Neil could do better on a different IP, or do you think he wants to stay on The Last of Us for a while longer? I don't know how much I care, like, what he's doing anymore. I don't know. I don't think I care. Last of Us 2 wanted sympathies for both sides and failed. Transformers been doing it for decades. And they did it originally to sell toys. I don't know, like, it was just, they needed to do it backwards, or they needed to not have Abby say certain things that she said that are telling of her character. That was a big mistake. Like, you don't get to rush this. Like, oof, not great. Like, that's not fantastic. Cozy little abode.
It's not fair.
You lost control.
That thing was trying to kill us. It's not like you don't get anger in a fight.
Anger can be a weapon. If you control it, use it. You
Again,
can
guys, let me
it.
know if you're happy with the audio
I
balance.
haven't been sick in a long time. I'm better now.
Fine. Come on then.
You want me to hit you?
I want you to try.
Ow! What are you...
Try again.
Could be a little louder. I'll bump it up.
Why are you doing that?
Too slow. Try again.
Cut it out!
Weak. Again. Again.
Stop it!
Again. Your anger. You can get lost in it. The path ahead is difficult. And you, Atreus, are clearly not ready.
What was that?
Quiet.
Come on out! There's no use hiding anymore. I know who you are.
What's going
Got
on?
quite a good
Do
intro.
you know him?
I remember this.
Importantly, I know
I
what
definitely
you
remember
are.
this.
Boy, beneath the floor. Now.
But you told me never to go down there. Who is that?
I do not know.
What's he talking about?
I do not know. Get in.
Just tell me what I want to know. No need for this to get bloody.
I thought you'd be bigger. But you're definitely the one. Long way from home, aren't you?
What do you want?
This is Upham, by the way.
Oh, you.
Or he's played by the guy who
already
played
know
Upham.
the
I know that.
answer.
Whatever it is you seek, I do not have it. You should move on.
And here I thought your kind was supposed to be so enlightened, so much better than us, so much smarter. And yet you hide out here in the woods like a coward.
You do not want this fight.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I do.
Leave my home.
You are going to have to kill me for that to happen.
I warned you.
Finally.
You would not listen.
Fine. My turn.
Whoops. What a fantastic way to introduce this character. This scrawny little dude just punches you right over your house.
Disappointing. Come on, then.
Alright, come on, buddy.
Point.
Love your videos. Alright, thanks, appreciate it. New one's still a while away, but working on it. Oh. Easy. Oh, fucking hell. Calm down, buddy. I keep pressing circle to dodge. I don't like it. People with knowledge of Norse mythology know who this guy is the instant he appears. Or the, oh, the, okay, right. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess it's, it seems to me that what would be, like, a really good idea for them to keep doing if they want to keep this franchise going, which I imagine they do, because, like, God of War is pretty tremendously successful. It's just keep going to different mythologies and have Kratos interact with different, mythos, different characters, and like sort of the, I guess what you would describe as like the way that these mythologies tend to be, like the common traits of these mythologies, you know, the tone. Like him going to Egypt, I mean, obviously I think that's what everybody wants to see, right? Because I think it's pretty much confirmed at this point that Ragnarok is like the end of the Norse era. So. Jesus. The original plan was to do Egyptian before Norse, that's right, and the Raising Kratos. Which, by the way, Raising Kratos is like a. It's kind of funny, right? I didn't even play the games, but I watched the documentary, it's fantastic. All the behind the scenes, you know, making of. Hey, that's lame. All right, that's not fair. I don't like that. I don't appreciate that.
Too much.
Well, he does.
I'm sure he does, but I don't, and I'm expressing my perspective.
Wow, selfish.
Maybe, but he's the one who showed up at Kratos' house,
Maybe whoever it is you've got.
and he started this fight. It's not like
This is
I
the
don't know.
property rights thing, I think.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's destroyed Kratos' home, and I don't know, like, if he had insurance for his wood hut. Like, you know? I don't know. Fucking hell.
They use long rage as a narrative thing, which is really cool.
Kratos grabbing Ra like a little clown boy would have been cool. Hey, look, maybe it will happen. It still could. Jesus.
Thank you so much, Total, for that.
It's perfect.
Give it a value.
Yeah.
When I got to Poseidon and fucking do a dilated all of chat, I was like, Clown Boy!
Like the clown that he is. Yeah. Snapped his neck like a little clown boy. Why did he say that? What was it in reference to again?
It was beside. He said Kratos grabbed beside like a little clown.
What does it mean to grab somebody like a clown boy? Like, what does that look like? What is the point of reference for that? Totem speaks the language of the gods, that's true. And I bet you Zeus was watching up from Mount Olympus, like, dying like he lived, a little clown boy. Fucking hell. Oh my god, channeling is in a Chris Redfield.
I suppose the funny thing here, though, is that he is a god, so...
Yeah. Whereas Chris Redfield
is just a guy.
He's just a man. It's pretty funny, though, like, Leon blocking a chainsaw with a knife. That's going too far, but Chris Redfield punching a giant boulder. Like,
that's totally fine.
And also just all the other crazy shit that's happened in the Resident Evil series. By the way, chat, Resident Evil 4 Remake coming out will light a fire under me to, like, actually play Resident Evil 4 on stream. Because I want to play that before I play the remake for pretty obvious reasons.
When Odin sent me here, I just needed
When an unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
You had to act all proud. Throw whatever you have.
Rex referred to the
you
duty
gotta love this.
Oh yeah, like
Cracking the world apart.
Yeah, these two forces of, well, not nature, who transcended innocence.
Any of this.
That's interesting to think about as, I mean, who is pretty obviously going to be the antagonist. You can't feel anything. What does that mean? What does that mean to him? How he feels about his life, that he can't feel anything.
Well, he's almost the entire opposite of Kratos, but a similar endpoint of there's so much despair and regret and
but manifests in two different ways.
Yeah, like Kratos is an emotions bomb. He's like his whole arc here is trying to control it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Boulder doesn't have any emotions to control at all. Well, you know, no feelings to control, I should say.
Yeah.
He can still be annoyed at an event happening, it's just that he doesn't get to feel.
You feel everything.
Which is, like, imagine just being numb constantly, that would fucking suck.
Well, there's that as well when he... but also it's interesting, like, you can't beat me, I don't feel anything. It's like, yeah, that makes it a bit tricky. Because if you're just pure apathy, like, how do you defeat that? Oh wow, your health is back again. Look, I'm allowed to do that, but you're not.
He takes punches and bleeds, though. I wonder what he means by not feeling it. So, if you just, like all of that could happen where he just doesn't feel pain.
Yeah, like it's just that pain is, the point of pain is to make you know that you're being hurt so that you prevent, like, pain is evolutionarily useful, right? Because an entity that doesn't protect itself from getting hurt doesn't survive for very long. But, like, you can still be hurt and not feel pain. I mean, that's, like, a thing that human beings have, right? Like, on adrenaline, like, that can significantly dampen the pain that somebody feels in order to help them, like, get through a situation. But, yeah, I imagine that's what it is. He can be hurt, but he doesn't feel the pain of being hurt. I think I remember one of the fewer voice actors to get paid, I think 90k. Yeah, because you're talking about, the guy who played Nico. I think he got paid, like, 6 figures, but it was for, like, several months of work and voice. And think about, like, the sheer amount of voice acting, right? Like, that needs to be done for a Rockstar game, plus all the mocap. Because Helena Taylor isn't doing, like, the mocap. She's just she's in the... I don't want to say just, because obviously, like, it's a different type of work, but it's not as time intensive. Like, I imagine Christopher Judge got paid 6 figures for this. I can believe that, because of the amount of work that's involved. And also the emphasis right on storytelling.
Yeah. Can you be hurt? Seems that none of the damage sticks. So, you know, you're gonna have inconsistencies throughout these games for exact sort of things.
Right.
But like, how do a lot of the gods die? It's like Poseidon's eyes are poked out and his neck is broken. Helios's head is ripped off. Hades,
It's a soul
his
sucked out,
soul
right?
is taken. So yeah. Zeus ran through with the sword several times. I mean, Kratos is killed with the sword going through him in God of War 2.
He's killed a lot.
In God of War 1, he was killed with the big thing going through his chest as well. Like, the implication I'm trying to give, meaning that a lot of these gods can be killed in more definitive human deaths.
Well, it's
really
kind
strong,
of,
like-
I guess it's the nature of these mythologies, right? They are gods, but they're like, the fallibility almost feels like it comes through in the idea of like they are impermanent, you know? Or I guess it depends on the mythology.
And I think what's happening here is you've broken his neck, so he needs to regen now,
Exactly.
which is not easy.
Yeah. I just realized a guy's similar to Saitama, but a baddie. Well, I mean, Saitama, like, it's an archetype that's interesting. What does it look like if you...
Did he know my past?
Like, what does it look like to you, and what do you pursue in life, and what is meaningful and valuable to you, like, if you were impervious to harm? When there's no obstacle that you can't surmount, there's nothing that you can't do.
Is not ready to carry your ashes to the top of the mountain.
But the incident has been incited, Kratos. You gotta go now. Can't stay here. You gotta embark on your quest.
And neither am I. I do not know how to do this without you.
What does everybody think of God of War taking place in Norse mythology instead of Greek, especially with the game's lore supposedly containing multiple mythologies coexisting? Well, you're probably the best one to answer that.
They don't tell you how it comes together yet. I'm wondering if they'll do it in Ragnarok. Or like, what do I think of it? It's like there's not much to think yet because they keep them
was so much-
separated from what
I
we can
thought-
gather. However, Kratos got from one to the other.
You're alright.
did
Well,
it.
like I said, Cory Barlog said, like, somebody at Sony asked him, so what, he put on a backpack and walked to Norse mythology? And he's like, we didn't put on a backpack, but yeah, basically. Like, that was his answer. I don't know how you reconcile it. It's always going to be tricky, right? Because,
You are not.
I mean, they're not, they weren't constructed together, right? Like the Greek mythology and...
Yeah, like all of Yggdrasil and the All-Father and Ymir and all that
Yes, sir.
stuff. That none of that can count for Greek. Greek's got its own
No,
origins and stuff.
same
so
with Egyptian, yeah. They're
you
incompatible,
have to have it
essentially.
so that it's like a dimensional travel or something. I don't know.
Of some sort. Yeah, because it can't just be that he was in Greece and walked to Norway. That's just...
Yeah,
I don't see how that really works.
The mountain. It's gonna be a long trip.
Yes,
Yeah.
but an important one.
Whoa. How did this happen?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Who was he?
I do not know.
Well, there's a point in the campaign that you just gotta love where
Buddies.
there's something large doing something, and then Atreus is like, "Can you kill something that big?" And
Right.
Kratos is just like, "Well," like, which is fun coming off of God of War 3 where you killed Kronos, who is
Right.
enormous.
Could've died. Never leave me alone again. Alright?
All right. Up.
You've had to kill people before, haven't you? You're used to it.
We do what we must to survive.
Animals, I get. They're food. Draugr, they're supposed to be dead. But people, they're
Yeah,
trying to
I'm
survive
hoping
too.
someone's gonna bring up
Close your heart
what
to
he
it.
did to Greece,
On our
Right.
journey, we will
Athens
be
and
attacked by all manner
that
of
whole
creature.
mythology, and I'm curious
Close
if anyone
your
in that
heart to their
mythology even lives
desperation.
anymore.
Close your heart to their suffering. Do not allow yourself to feel for them.
Interesting perspective, Kratos.
I understand.
And something that Atreus will have to figure out pretty quickly, I imagine.
Has this been here all this time? Why don't you help me up there? I can get a better look.
Oh, over here, right. Well, no, hold on. I gotta get my collectibles. If anybody's gonna mention it, it's definitely Tyr. He knows what Kratos did to Greece since he traveled there. Oh, okay. Wait. Oh, shit, I wasn't listening to him. Hold on, let me, Ah, crap. Oh, this looks, promising.
Think you can lower it from there?
Oh, I see. There we go, got it.
Go.
Made it!
Boy,
Yes, sir.
Just gotta look around, that's all.
Wait! How are you gonna get across now?
Ah, whoops. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I already had it figured out, damn it. I thought Tyr traveled to Greece before Kratos was a thing. Oh, again, I don't know. I don't know shit about that.
Good idea!
Well done noticing, boy. I was testing you, yeah. That you noticed that I
Mother
trapped
said Odin's
myself.
disciples fill them with gifts and hang them where thieves can't reach them. That one looked really old.
foolish.
What is? Worshipping the gods?
The gods care nothing for them. Men should not pray to monsters.
Oh, I could have done that. Whoops. Alright, well. Let's do that again. It was like it's always a balancing... I'm just thinking about it because there's obviously a gameplay section. It's always a balancing act, really. It's like, when it comes to gameplay and cutscenes and narrative, the best way to deliver it, how much you should have by way of cutscenes
Father?
versus gameplay.
Will we see others on
I
the road?
generally think that the balance that is
Friendly?
worthwhile to do is
They'll
simply
try and rob us?
Possibly.
giving the player control, like full control as much as possible. I find that, like, instances of limited player control I'm usually not a big fan of. But, yeah. Like, when it slow walk... I don't like slow walking sections, generally. I think that you should keep those to a minimum. Give the player full control as much as possible. And if you're gonna do story, either make sure that I have full control, or just do full cinematics.
Entire woods. But the stave's broken there. Did you cut those down?
She had marked the tree she wished used for her pyre.
Why'd she do that?
Come.
Ah, so colorful. Game is gorgeous.
So, how long will it take to get to the mountain?
I do not know.
Before winter falls?
I do not know.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, like, calm down, dude. Jesus.
Fire?
Gotcha. God damn. Oh, I mean, I already figured that out, game, but thanks. Oh, but I didn't know about quick turns. I just want more combos. It's always the thing, right? Early game, it's like, I just want more. I want more attacks.
Yeah, well, right now they're giving you new enemies and new encounters.
Yeah, I guess so. It's just like, damn, man, give me all them juicy abilities. Because it's like when you're playing, you know, like you're playing Devil May Cry 5, it's like, oh man, just like once you get to the end and you've got your full arsenal, all these different moves, it's like that's when it gets like top tier. That's when it gets real cool.
Keep the pressure on.
Am I to assume that there's a pretty vast array of enemy types in this game?
Depends on who you are.
Oh, okay.
It's a bit of a bebop ice cream, but I think we've been delivered quite a few different ones, and then you get all kinds of different ways of fighting them. But one of the big criticisms of the game is that they repeat too many enemies, so it's going to be up to you.
Okay. Well, I'll form my own opinion on that, I suppose. You ever played God Hand? No, I didn't, but I hear that that game's got really cool combat.
Can I help?
If you want to help, distract them. Whoever is not my focus should be yours, but only when safe to do so.
I can do that. Look there. There's a Yetnar settlement ahead.
Yetnar,
Giants.
you can read the writing.
Some. Just the language his mother knew. But they're all sort
Oh,
of
that's-
connected, so sometimes
that's
I
handy.
can feel my way through stuff I shouldn't know. You know?
Oh, right, yeah, you're the jerk that doesn't... Oh, wait, no, I can hurt you. Okay, sweet. What do we have over here?
Space your shots. Speed costs accuracy.
Runic attacks. You're gonna rebind the dodge button? No, I'll just get used to it.
Whoa!
Okay.
How'd you do that?
Sweet. I love how even after all these years, Kratos still opens chests like a lunatic. He can never just casually open it.
Let's go!
Not yet.
It's fine. See?
Sid in the original trilogy, but in this one, yeah, it's even more funny.
Yeah.
I'm slipping!
Stay calm. Almost there.
That wasn't so bad.
Slow down. Your haste will cost us.
Sorry.
This doesn't seem like a great place to just be chilling out. With all these guys
more
chilling
drama.
out.
But these aren't moving. Are they dead? I mean, more dead?
Boy.
Not
Did
dead,
you
not
not-
dead!
Weren't listening at all.
Remember, accuracy over speed.
Get out of here. Yeah, that's right. See ya. Bye bye. Oh, I see. So if you throw the axe and then leave it in them, it will keep them thrown. Okay, sweet. Gotcha.
Forward system.
Now I'm figuring it out. I'm getting better. Well, I mean, I've only played it for like an hour, but, you know, nevertheless, feeling better. I still keep pressing the circle button. Maybe I should rebind. Now that you're a PS5 owner, you're going to give Ratchet and Clank and Returnal a go. I will probably go pick up Ratchet and Clank like tomorrow, because that's a game I want to play. I mean, in terms of my, like, investment in, like, Ratchet and Clank narratively, it doesn't really exist anymore. But gameplay-wise, I still expect something to be that's going to be, like, mechanically pretty fun, so, yeah. And I'm interested in seeing, like, what it does in terms of utilizing the console's, like, fast loading times, right? Because that's, like, the big shtick for that, that game, is,
only once. Show me control.
is the, fast loading through, like, all of those portals to different universes, right? Escape the ruins. Now, how do I do that?
Look at this.
I figured that that might be important.
Oh, this used to be a marketplace. The giants used to gather here to trade with the gods a long time ago. Wonder if Odin was ever here. Whoa! Above us! Something's breaking through!
Wait, from where? Oh, there.
It's breaking
Okay.
through the wall!
Oh, but a Chongus Draugr. Yeah. Jeez. Oh, boy. Ah, press and circle instead of... Can't juggle this fella. I figure I'm gonna get better at knowing how to direct Atreus to help me, because right now I keep forgetting that he's there and that he can help me. I don't think I've quite wrapped my head around how to do those stuns. Yep, press the circle button again. Do it, just keep pressing the... Oh, uh-oh. Oh shit, I'm a little fucked here. I'm in a bit of trouble. Alright, let's get some health. Gotta rebind that button, it seems. I think the problem is that, like, circle is just dodge in, like, many games. I think that's what I'm struggling with. It's not just that I've been playing, Demon Souls, it's that most games use that as... Wow, I nearly got my Spartan raised. That's probably... Okay. But maybe I don't need it. No, I don't need it. We can do this. We can do this. I have confidence in sunshine and in spring and I guess in this case winter. Well, no, it is spring here. I have confidence that spring will come again, as in next year, because, again, to reiterate, it is currently spring, except, I suppose, in the land of North, which is where, like, 90% of the world lives.
Do you hear that? What is it?
That song is from, The Sound of Music, right? Or am I mixing up with something else?
What is that?
I'm pretty sure it's Borat.
So we're going.
Oh, who are these? Uh-oh. What the fuck are you? You don't seem very nice.
But not for your arrows! Fire!
Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. You can help me by stunning this thing. Gotcha. I hate spring. So my least favorite season is summer. I like spring. But summer is, use XP to get skills. Oh, I don't have any skills that I can get. Oh wait, yeah I do. Polar makes me sick. I do get a bit of hay fever, but my favorite season is probably autumn. And then winter, and then spring, and then summer. Summer is shit. I don't like it, and I think people are bullshitting themselves when they say that it's good. I mean, of course, right, like, it's all people's preferences or whatever, but, like...
I guess we need to get back up there.
I don't know, man, like...
Follow me.
Maybe it's like an Australian perspective, but, like, 40 degrees is not good. Like, anything above 30 is fucking lame. It's shit. And especially when it gets above 40 degrees, it's like your fucking eyes burn. Like, from just beer... Oh, wait, no, this way. I just, nah, I don't like summer. Maybe some people like it, but I don't. Winter, oh, yeah, right, because I got that new move, yeah. So, hold that. Okay, sweet, yeah, fuck yeah, look at that shit. It's so visceral, I love it. I'm curious to get chat's read though. What is, if you had to pick one, what's your favorite season? And if you're so inclined, feel free to provide a couple of reasons as to why. Because I'm curious, I always wonder, like, what is the season that people like the most. I often hear summer, and I don't get it, so, yeah. Winter or autumn. You wouldn't like winter so much if you had to deal with the snow. I think that's the reason why I picked autumn as my favorite, is because I recognize that yeah, winter is made difficult by snow, which not many places in Australia where it snows.
I've seen this language before.
Autumn? I'm seeing a lot of autumn. Bugs, fuck off. Well, yeah, because there are plenty of bugs in the summer. Winter, not so much. A snowy winter because California is always freaking hot summer. I presume you mean California, or maybe, yeah.
I bet something good's inside.
The flies in summer. It's shit. It's just fucking crap. I don't like it. I'm fucking traumatized from some of the fucking memories I have of fucking... like, the amount of flies that would be around in summer. I went on a holiday. There's a place called Broken Hill. It's, like, basically out in the outback. And my god, the number of flies that were just flying around. Like, it was dense with flies. It was like you had to wade through the shit. Like, just flies everywhere. Garbage. Terrible crap. Definitely winter, but I live close to work, so I guess snow isn't an issue for me. Well, so yeah, I guess I imagine that the big difficulty with winter, because I remember it was something I heard about with that like freak snowstorm that happened in Texas, that like a lot of the infrastructure just crumbled because a lot, you know, you're not built for that, or it's not built for that, and people don't know that they need to keep their taps running so that they don't freeze and whatnot. This third rune, where are you hiding? Where are you? I want what's in that chest. I'm bad at handling heat. I can sit in the snow and not be cold, so winter. I think the main thing that runs against summer for me, I wonder if maybe it's somewhere around the place. The big thing. That looks like the rune. Wait, is it? Hold on. Yeah, that's it. Okay. I think the main thing that works in winter's favor is I can always just put on more clothes. Like, when it gets so hot, like, there's nothing I can do. That's it. It's like, this is the best you can do in your, like, underpants. That's it. There's nothing more you can do. And if you don't have air conditioning, good luck. In this country, if you don't have air conditioning, good luck.
You will stay out of it, boy. Speak no more of this.
I did it.
The car being frozen in the morning sucks. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's always worth remembering with that caveat, right? This is the Australian caveat. This is a question that I can answer to. Is there any way for me to switch to fisticuffs without me having to throw the axe? Like I can just put it on my back or something?
Yes, press right on the directionals.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah. England doesn't have aircon in 99% of homes. Summer is hate. Well, yeah, it's the thing that happens, right? Where like, where every time you have a heat wave, people in America and Australia will be like, "Whoa, it's only like 30 degrees," and they're forgetting it's like. So first of all, you're just not used to that kind of weather. But more importantly, oh, whoops, wrong button. More importantly, it's like, shit. Okay, I'm wasting my Spartan. I gotta. Alright. But, you know, more importantly, the air conditioning isn't there. And, like, just the way that the streets are laid out, right? It's all very... the conditions are just not conducive to... It's just not very conducive to, not being absolutely in absolute, like, agony in terms of the heat. I keep pressing circle to dodge. I don't know what the fuck my... I gotta get rid of this thing. Ah, shit. Just rebind it. No! I'm not gonna. I'll get it. Gotcha. Well, not quite, but, you know, close enough. There you go. Alright, last one. I don't know. I always get that, because I've mentioned it before. I keep doing it. I keep fucking doing it. I can't do it. I keep pressing the wrong button. I've mentioned it, fuck, sorry, I'm like, I'm too caught up in all this combat. Dodge, yep. Gotcha, and please drop some health, please, there we go. There we go. Alright, now I'm starting to get the hang of it. Something I think is the case is, I've mentioned, I really like overcast weather. Big fan. I like it when it rains. I'm only happy when it rains, you can say. But I do like it when it's like a sunny day, and it's nice and green. And that's the important part. It needs to be nice and green for me to be happy about it. But I think what a lot of people, what they think of when they think of a bright, sunshiny day, as it were, what they're really thinking of is like a spring day, when it's not too hot, It's sunny out, you know, that's like what they really like, not fucking 45 degrees. That's just shit. Like, nobody when they think of a wonderful day is like, ah, yes, the middle of the Sahara Desert, beautiful, wonderful. I need water constantly, my flesh is burning, my eyes sting, there's sand in my face and flies everywhere, like, I don't even think there are flies in the Sahara, right? Like, that's how, that's how barren that is.
You think it's safer out here?
So yeah, that's what I really like, is when it's a nice, you know, like, 25 degrees, sunny, that's okay with me. Oh boy, human beings!
Look. Someone start the fires! Sigmund, your knives! So many days without meat.
Meat?
Okay, fellas, let's,
Behind me.
What if they change like the others? We'll have to keep them alive. Strip off their meat.
alright, fellas, that was really stupid. Also, like, I know that there are 5 of you, but look at this guy, man. Are you really gonna pick a fight with him? You know, like, man. No, look at how chongus Kratos is. I know it's like, I guess that's a lot of like meat, I suppose, but like still, you really want to pick a fight with him, especially after this point. Like he's already killed like 10 of your friends. It's like, maybe it's time to cut your losses.
Father, help me!
Atreus! Close your heart to it. Come then. We have a long journey. Wait here. I will handle this.
That was a great scene. Kind of goes without saying, but that was a great scene. Like,
They came back.
It is finished.
I want to leave here.
Then collect yourself. We must find a way out. Here.
this looks
Find
like the way
something to
out.
pull me up.
Okay.
I hate overcast weather. The change in pressure sometimes gives me a headache. I can't say that I've ever... I can't say that I relate to that in any way whatsoever. I just really like the look of overcast weather. I've always thought the bombastic action in this game conflicts with the tone. I don't think Maul is here, but I think he might be upset if he heard you say that. I think he may well disagree with that perspective.
I'm here. I just mute when I'm not talking.
You are in your head, boy.
I mean,
Let it go.
I would need examples. What do they
He
mean?
would have killed you.
Maybe just that scene, right? I'm not sure if you watched in the stream. It was like Atreus first killing a human. My best guess.
What was bombastic about it that conflicts?
Give up this
I don't know.
easily.
I'm not sure.
So
Was it
close
that
to
there
the
was like an
start.
action sequence,
Wait,
or?
no. I'm not giving up. I can do this. I just have to, you know,
Yep, there's
Catch
action
my breath.
sequences around lots of meaningful
I think
moments,
there's always
suppose.
a question of when we talk about ludonarrative dissonance, it's kind of complicated. Because to me, it's more so like, is what I'm having to do like right now like kind of like inherently illogical, you know? And the answer to that feels like no.
Listen
A
to
heartfelt moment that gets
To be effective
interrupted
in
and
combat,
you know,
a
like
warrior must
essentially
not fear for
shattered
his
by
enemy.
enemies coming
road
back
ahead
to
is long and
life. Like,
unforgiving.
I don't know that there's anything
No
about
place
that
for
that
a
doesn't make
boy.
sense to me.
You must be a warrior.
The rapid pace, the shield bonks, the over-the-top nature. I mean, at the end of the day, like, I would rather have a game that has, like, combat that I find worthwhile. Even if that means shield bonks, if you want to call it that.
I would also go as far as saying that all of anime is done with this, with
Oh, boy.
enhancing this rule.
Why are you saying it like that? Do you think... do you think that this particular chatter would disagree with that?
Probably, yeah. I doubt they'd knock out a whole genre, but anime is really common for being
because she's scared of something.
more over the top with action, while also being very, you know, down to the individual human beings involved in the
I think it's
thing
just a
at the
fine
time.
line, right?
I don't think
on the other side of the bridge.
I don't know, shield
The ones
bonks.
with the white
I don't even know
trucks.
why we've... What even is that? Like, as a description, that's really weird. Like, what, blocking things?
I don't know.
Trust me just this once. Please.
Yeah, I'm a bit lost on that one.
Isn't that who Kratos is? He wants to be better, but at the end of the day, he's a savage killer. Right, like...
You were right.
Oh, hey! Atreus knew something that Kratos didn't.
You're a boy, aren't
Did you finish Edge Runners? No, I'm up to episode 6. So I still got 4 more episodes left to watch. But that I will. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow.
What's yours?
Brock.
Better look at.
No, the shield appears in your hand and you slap enemies with it and it makes a bonk noise. What noise would you prefer that it makes? Like when it hits people? Well, I guess that would be
Sound
sillier.
design's great.
I think it is.
Me what made her.
And a lot of the purpose of sound design is clear communication. You know, visual and audio communication is super important for video games.
You gotta
Suspension of
handle her
disbelief is a
special.
shaky subject. Yeah, to be sure, and especially in video games.
I can enhance her for you right now if it so pleases you, son of a bitch. So what say you? Ah,
You are right. I do not believe you. Come, boy.
there's a rune in the shape of a fork under the grip. No, digger beach ya timber.
That's a great looking
That
axe
was
as
our
well.
friend, my brother
Comes
and
from
me
trying to
before
give
we
people
split.
iconic
I got
weapons.
half of it right here, see? Look, you want I should upgrade
I mean, the
her or
Blades of
not?
Chaos are kind of hard to
Very well.
top in terms of just a really
Expect an
cool
improvement.
weapon.
So, where's the
But
other
the
half
axe
of the
looks
gun?
cool. It's like
Oh,
unassuming
my
yet
dumb brother. But I
seems
got all
powerful at the same
talent.
time.
Look,
I'm not saying it's bad. The game gives me
Now
just
you're
gives me tonal
talking.
whiplash. It's entirely subjective. Yeah, fair enough. Kratos' equipment has power levels and stats. Upgrading the axe levels it up and increases strength, which contributes to Kratos' overall power level and stats. Okay. Simple design, but with added detail, the best combination. The impression I get with video games is that one of the most important parts is silhouettes. That it needs to be readily identifiable at a glance. And that is the outline of the character or the object more so than any details that are on them. Like that you could identify it if it was just pure black, right? With no details whatsoever. It was just like filled in.
I'm sure your winning smile's armor enough, but why take chances? Son?
No, don't have enough money.
Well, don't look now, but our friends who were hiding in the trees are back for more.
Did you hear them talk about the exact thing in the Lord of the Rings making of? I don't remember that, but that's, I can believe that. I can imagine that the same thing applies, like, in terms of visual, development for films. Just, readability is so important, but especially in games. Oh, whoops. That G4 shutdown really showed Adam Sessler having a meltdown on Twitter. Yeah, but that's not uncommon, right? Like, he's often sort of just, like, kind of gone insane. That G4 stuff is, like... That idea was probably doomed from the start. I remember seeing... I guess this is different, because there are probably a few... yeah, I guess it's worth talking about. I never watched, like, G4 or Spike. I mean, Spike is not a thing in Australia. But, like, I never really... I don't think, I was definitely, even though I've been playing video games for a long time, in terms of my engagement with, like, the industry, that was definitely more so, like, when the internet was already just a much more clearly better way of doing it. I read some gaming magazines, but I never, like, watched television. I think there was a show called Good Game that I occasionally watched. I don't know if that's on anymore. But, like, video game television, especially now, just seems like, you know, what's the point of that?
Sure.
And it seemed like G4 is the same thing, right? Where you're trying to...
Should put you
Sorry,
in the right direction, sure.
Let me hear what he's
Wanna
saying.
see my wares again?
Nah, I'm good.
Brock,
Fuck else you need?
how come
Wow.
your brother's got half your brand?
Cause I ain't in a working relationship with that foot.
The army faction needs to be identifiable from
I
soul
wasn't
level.
about to let him
Interesting.
use it without me,
I'll
and
get
he
back into that topic
likewise.
afterward.
Only thing to do was split the brand 50.
And you've been playing for 2 hours, we can use this a bit of an interlude.
Guess it was the last thing we saw eye to eye on.
Okay, sounds like.
Want a hug? Hit the road.
Alright, calm down. We can talk about that briefly. So yeah, I think that coming back with, like, a fully, like, with a bunch of employees to do something that already in the past was demonstrated to be antiquated, right? Because it shut down because of a lack of viewership. Like, that alone was probably not a great idea in terms of a business, of doing G4 again. But, you know, nevertheless, right, they get... the reality is, and I think that there's no getting around it, that like, rant, it just, like, soured people's perception of, like, everything that they did. I think that, obviously, right, when a company shuts down, it's going to be attributable to a variety of factors, but I think that rant just, like, scorched a lot of goodwill that they could have had coming into it. But hey, like, when that lady... after people got laid off, had, like, the little meme that they posted of, like, oh, I'm still here or whatever, I survived. It's like, what? How exactly do you, after, you know, almost single-handedly being responsible for, like, causing the downfall of a network, and then a bunch of people lose their jobs, you're like, oh, lol, yeah, I'm good, though. I made it. How tone-deaf is that? Like, what is that? What were you doing? But yeah, Adam Sessler is, I don't know, I think the thing, I don't know a whole lot about Adam Sessler, but, I don't know, there was that video back, like, it was a while ago to be fair, but it was something like where he was on a panel, and he was talking about, like, talking about feminism in video games. It's like, yeah, you can, now I am messing up the quote, but I remember it was along the lines of, like, yeah, you can complain about, like, feminism in video games, and I can find your address and put it out there. To which the audience cheered, and it's like, oof! That's a big old yikes. Again, I might have gotten the quoting wrong, but I distinctly remember find your address and put it out there. which is just like a big old yikes. I have seen, like, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I don't think he's responded to it all getting shut down well. Adam Sessler said he wanted his conservative family members to die. Really? Come on. Okay, whatever. Alright, back to God of War. Man, these are some interesting looking trees, aren't they? They're perpetually on fire, yet they're not collapsing. It's crazy. I feel like there's a lot of... Oh. Is there anything over here? Oh, it looks like there's stuff over
I
here.
didn't even see this here. Hey,
What is this armor set? Oh, an artifact. Sweet. Usual stream reminder to watch In Bruges. That's on Netflix, so I will. I'd mention it and I want to keep doing it. I think I'm getting better at it because I'm playing more games I haven't played before. Reading more books. It's just making it more of a habit to be checking out new media. I don't think I want to go this way yet. That looks like the way I need to go. This looks like the way to go to find some new thingies. Yes! I wish they offered helmets for Kratos as the armor set feels incomplete.
Hey, watch your hinds in there. That place can bust you up real good.
Thanks for the advice, fella.
You left me to
Comic
fight
book
alone.
interests. I can't help with Marvel or DC, but I've read
People
too many
are one
Transformers
thing.
comics.
Everything else
Oh,
is
like,
fiction.
what are
Until
my
I say
interests in
stop
comic
over our
books?
dead. Understand?
Pretty multi, like, it's pretty varied, I would say.
Good.
Like, the interests that I have in terms of comic books. I'm not sure what I would say. I basically, if it's a good story, I'm ultimately going to be receptive to it. Ah, crap.
that looks inviting.
Ah, damn it. Is that inaccessible? Oh, no, it's not. Sweet. I haven't read many comic books lately, though. I need to... I've still got All-Star Superman. I was about to say sitting on my piano, but it's not sitting on my piano. It's elsewhere now. But yeah, I need to read All-Star Superman.
Wait there.
Oh, interesting, because I can't use my goddamn axe. I've been reading Schopenhauer, actually, because I'm still reading Eugene Sledge's autobiography, but I've started reading Schopenhauer. Have you read Kingdom Come? Haven't heard of that. Oh, can't open that yet. What about favorite novels? I'm looking for some recommendations. Fiction or non-fiction? Because I imagine, you know, like, depending on your preferences there. Oh.
It's coming back down again.
You should read Freudian. Hey, look, alright, you're not gonna stop it, alright? I read Denial of Death. That references Sigmund Freud a whole bunch. And Jung, Kierkegaard. Fiction, usually fantasy, but I think I've worked through most of that. What is some good fiction that I would just recommend? Okay, that's it. Okay. There we go. Are you open to longer stories? Mola said he's got a 4 to 5 comic limit for a story. I mean, usually like the kind of recommendations I would prefer is like a paperback of some kind. That's what I would typically. Oh shit. That's what I would typically.
So what do you say? I
want.
had a limit for how long I wanted comics.
Is that something you've ever said? Because that doesn't seem like something
No.
to say.
No. I don't know. They must be referencing somebody else because that doesn't sound like me at all.
Yeah. I didn't give you any recommendations. Well, it depends on what you're interested in. I listened to an audiobook series that was kind of like light. It wasn't super like complex or anything, but it was called like the Bobiverse, or the first book is We Are Legion, We Are Bob. It's kind of like interesting. Basically, I figure I gotta... Oh. Yeah.
Now, boy.
Oh, shit. Alright. There we go. Good job. We made it. Yeah, I found that one really entertaining. I liked Yahtzee's books. Zero Punctuation Yahtzee. He did a, We'll Save the Galaxy for Food. That was probably the one that I liked the most that he made.
Never been this close to the mountain.
It's got the kind of humor that you would expect from him.
Big.
I mean, The Expanse is... I haven't read The Expanse, but I've only ever heard great things about it. Yahtzee recorded good audiobooks. Those are what I listen to. Yeah, I'd recommend him if you got Audible. Listen to the audiobook narrated by him. I've been reading a lot of non-fiction lately, so... I mean...
I'm gonna jump out, by the way. I will catch you at a later date.
Yeah, no worries.
Time.
Catch you later, dude.
Have a good stream. Bye-bye.
Bye. And then there were... just me. I'm just thinking, like, what I would recommend. The thing is, like, I would recommend reading 1984, like, if only for the fact that if you read it, you will know more about 1984 than, like, the majority of people who reference it at this stage. I don't know how many people have even read 1984.
As I alone can
I
never
still gotta read some Hemingway stuff, though. That feels like one of those annoying omissions. You know, that I haven't read more of that. You can't read 1984 and not read Animal Farm 2. Yeah, they kind of would go together. He says, having not actually read Animal Farm. Oh, thanks for the resub, by the way. Appreciate it. That one came through. Oh, right. Whoops, I need to figure out my goddamn puzzle. Oh, I need to... I see. Fuck! God damn it. So one thing I would say that's like kind of if you I'm just not, I'm fucking up. Hold on, I clearly need.
Hey, that looks right.
I see, so I need to hold it until it matches. Okay. There we go.
That's it. I see runes.
Ernest Hemingway lived quite the interesting life. Yeah, seems that way.
Boy.
Based on what little I know about him.
Oh, it says family. That's not a clue. It's the answer. What I alone can never be. Right?
Use your knife and trace the runes into the sand.
Really?
Man, that's an interesting kind of magic. Well, yeah, I guess runes would be like a significant thing in this game. Runes just look cool, don't they? Like, there's just something neat about the way that they look. Vin Diesel family. God of War is actually a prequel to the Fast and Furious franchise.
I'm happy we met Brock, but I'm happier we're leaving this place.
It is behind us now.
Always go exploring. Sorry, I keep getting distracted in terms of, because it sounds like there's a question of basically like media recommendations in general. I mean, I think depends on like whether you because House of the Dragon is now over. I really enjoyed it. I think it's pretty strong. But I guess the problem is it's hard to say in terms of recommendation. It's like
these tracks.
There's a lot of great moments, and there's a story that is like very complete. That's great,
I'll
But
follow.
there's always the question of where it's gonna go in the future, and especially if you watch Game of Thrones, I imagine that it will have a bit of an influence. You know. Oh boy. Yeah, we'll use that now. I've been saving it for a while. Have you ever seen Cobra Kai? No, I haven't. I like Karate Kid, but I don't know that I'm like that invested in the Karate Kid world, as it were. I think I'm getting better at knowing how to dodge, but I think I need to get rid of a few of these guys first. That's a checkpoint, isn't it? I think. Hey, don't go set me on fire. Oh shit, that dealt a lot of damage actually. Fuck. Alright, well, I need to heal. I recommend Ian M. Banks' Culture series. I'm pretty sure I got a couple of his books on my Kindle. I just haven't gotten around to them yet. Dude, there's too many books and there's not enough time. Like, it's, and because it's always like a very dedicated activity, it's kind of like, for as much as I know that I should be reading more, there's always that sort of like, yeah, but I could find some other activity that I can do multiple things at once. It's like, yeah, but think about how much time, like, the average fucking person wastes on, like, YouTube, you know, or just on the internet. That is better spent, like, reading some books. Like I said, it seems like 19th century philosophy is my my current interest. All right, let's go Spartan Rage. I need because I'm a little bit scared that I'm in trouble. Oh, it's healing. Excellent. Oh, gotcha. Ha 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 ha. The conversation at the end of 1984 about doublespeak seems odd replacing the narrative until you realize what it represents, the final nail in the world's coffin. I mean, 1984 is just like a really important book. There are plenty of those. I haven't read Crime and Punishment yet, which I need to. That's kind. I guess that's like one of my objectives right now is to get more caught up and just up to date on some of those. Same with films as well. There's a bunch of films I want to watch from like the 40s to the 60s. Feels like this big sort of gap in my familiarity with like all films. So yeah, like I think from the 70s onward I'm okay. Though even the 70s there's probably some stuff there that I'm absent on. I still haven't watched Taxi Driver yet.
Interesting. I may want to write that down.
Just gotta read, watch while you can. You never finish everything, doesn't mean you can't try. Yeah, it's about making time for it. That's a bit of a priority for me right now. Of course, there's work that I want to get done. There's a lot of work that I want to get done, but nevertheless, you know, I want to be able to do that work while also making sure that I'm just getting all of those important storytelling things.
Going here.
The Fates.
The Fates.
Have you read Either Or? I think Either Or is the book that I just
Okay.
bought, that I'm about to start reading. TV shows I need to watch too. Sopranos, Wire, Justified. Yeah, I'm annoyed that I haven't watched The Wire yet, because I have it on, I actually have it on Blu-ray. I bought it, and then I started watching it, and then I stopped. Oh shit, where's the third one? I should probably look for it first. Oh, over there. Okay, let's get that one first. And 3.
The chest should be open now.
You watched Joker, which is the same as Taxi Driver, right? Oh, my maximum health increased. Excellent. The benefits of exploring. Got Unforgiven on 4K Blu-ray. Unforgiven is incredible. I love that movie. I gotta watch more westerns as well.
Your animal ahead.
I knew it was a bull.
Have you seen The King of Comedy? No, I haven't. That's another one.
Shoot when you're ready. Remember, draw to your chest. Wild boar's hide is thick.
But I hit it, didn't I? I did what you said and it looked like it bounced off.
It did bounce off. That's
What do you think?
It looked weirder than any boar I've ever seen.
Get after it then.
I think, like, the main thing that I want to try and do to actually get me to finish books is to, like, very much focus on one at a time. There are times when I'll be like, well, no, I want to jump over here and start reading this one, and then it's like, oh, how long is it since I was reading that last book? A long time ago, and I don't remember much of the through line. Oh, look at that bird. Look at him, and he's green.
Some of the bodies are those weird dead things.
Spirit bird. But I mean, as you can see with games, right, the reason why I'm playing this is kill it. Wow. You're lucky that you're not banned on the spot for that. Wow, this is disgusting. Can't believe you. It's evil? You don't know that.
More of those. Good.
You know the Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumania trailer's out? Yeah, I saw it. Not sure what I meant to do with it. Oh, there's another civilization that's been living in the miniature world that's just been around for ages, I presume, and we never heard of them. It's a collectible. It's an agent of Odin. So you're telling me that it's not like a bird at all, it's just totally made up. Nah, no, nah. No, I stand by my choice here.
Yeah.
I'll leave him be. It's a magic bird, and what, therefore it is less deserving of life? Okay, dude.
I got it. Elbow up. Steady hand. Relax. Accuracy over speed.
It works for...
Do not lose it.
It's the anti-goo bird. What? So, like, if any and all, like, every single bird that ever lives has to have some fascination with goo, otherwise it's undeserving of life.
Boy! Where are you?
Hurry, Father! I found it! Please, hurry!
Uh-oh.
Atreus!
He's slowing down!
Wait for me, boy! Atreus!
What did you do? I'm sorry!
Atreus!
We didn't know he belonged to anyone.
He doesn't. He's my friend.
The boy was following my command.
Then help fix this. Hold here, please. Hold, I said. He's losing blood. The last of his kind in all the realm, and you shoot him. You needed food?
Target practice.
Target practice.
I'm so sorry.
Keep that pressure on. The blame is mine. I should have kept a closer eye.
Will he die?
I will not let him. You, the arrow cut a tideway inside him. Find both ends and hold them tightly. Start with the left side. Grab it and hold. Now the right side. Hold it tight. Good. Now pull them together. Line them up.
You're a witch.
I can't finish the healing here. My home is just beyond the trees there. You will carry him.
Alright, let's help this pig. Let's help him, the magic
He
pig.
must not die.
Yeah, come on, Kratos, what are you doing? Help the magic
Good.
pig.
He seems
Look at
stable
him.
and calm for now. Grey thaw. This way.
Ah, look at him. He'll be okay. Magic pork. I wonder what the difference would be between magical Norse pork and just regular pork. Or bacon, for that matter. Magic Norse bacon and eggs.
My mother made it for me. Said I'd
Boar,
go.
actually. Alright, so I might sound really stupid here, but, like, what's the difference between a boar and a pig? Are they not, like, all belonging to essentially the same, like, subcategory of animal?
We're taking her ashes.
Get some
to the
pork in
high
your
school
fork.
grounds.
Oh god, I remember that marketing campaign just for, like, pork specifically. Do you remember the... It's an Australian thing specifically, so a lot of you might not even know it. There was the lamb guy, the lambassador. The lambassador, whose whole job was to promote eating lamb. Because it's such an important, like, icon of Australian food, is eating lamb.
Below it.
Oh man, I know I'm just gonna be like I'm just gonna like be repeating myself over and over, but this game is gorgeous, and I mean Ragnarok is gonna be on PlayStation 5, so it's gonna be even crazier looking. I will say, like, I mean obviously, like, I'm not very immersed in the console space anymore, haven't been for ages, but like I do like new hardware. Like, it is just cool to have like a new piece of hardware. Tusks, not horns. Okay. Same difference as chimpanzees and apes. Well, yeah, but I figured that was the thing, right? Like, a chimpanzee is an ape. They're all great apes. Look at this turtle. He's having a great time just being a house. he's just being a house. Alright, calm down, dude. Man.
Place him on the stave there. Keep him still.
You live alone?
It's better this way.
Yeah, my father doesn't like people either.
Boy.
Well, you don't.
Hold him still before he hurts himself.
Yeah, but don't tell her that.
Good. Easy. Rest now. I need 2 more things. Fresh red root grows just behind the house. Can you pull a cluster?
Yeah, it's like, so what do you do, lady? I live in a house with a pig, and my house is a tortoise.
I know you're a god. Not of this realm, but there's no mistaking it. He doesn't know, does he? About your true nature? Or his own?
That is none of your concern.
The gods of these realms don't take kindly to outsiders, trust me. I know. When they find you, and they will, they'll make things difficult. The boy will want answers.
That will be my problem.
Whatever you're hiding, you cannot protect him forever. But you're right. Doesn't concern me.
I mean, clearly it does.
I also
but...
need lamb's cress. Do you mind? It's a white petal flower in my garden. Just a handful.
Fine. Lamb's cress.
there was a line in the Rising Kratos where, as he was saying that line, and he gets here, he's like, "I'm the fucking god of war." It's just like, this is bullshit. I'm god of war, and I gotta get lamb's cress. I mean, obviously they shouldn't have left that in, but that was really hilarious. They already found you. The magic burb told on you. No, he didn't. He's a kind burb. Oh, that's it? Okay. Where is Atreus? He was off out here somewhere.
Can you help? I can't quite get it.
Would this help?
I dropped it?
when you were chasing the animal.
What's wrong with me? If I lost it, then...
You did lose it.
I'll take better care of it from now on.
I wonder how the tortoise feels about his lot in life. This is my life. It's just waking up, being a horse, and being a house, and getting kicked. That's all it is. I'm sure he's content with it. Defending this bird doesn't help with the Fringy as a bird conspiracy theories. I like the idea that because I like birds, I must be one. It couldn't just be that I'm fascinated by birds, that they're like these happy little critters flying about all over the place. But yeah, he does seem pretty chill. He doesn't seem like he would be unhappy with his life.
Not without thanks.
Are there tortoises in, like, Norway? Might be a stupid question, but, like...
You want solitude? This mark will hide you from... those who might make your journey difficult. Luina. Luina. Heimele. There's a shortcut below the house that leads safely out of these woods. Follow this path down, then head towards daylight.
Will we see you again?
As much or as little as you like. Now get out of here.
Tomboy.
This underground passage should put you back on your path to the mountain. Just use the boat. Wait, and take this. You can use it to orient yourself and navigate the world. It will always steer you towards your goals.
Hey, that's nice. Now I got a map. Feels like, it's all expanding, isn't it? So, like, does she not care that there's these crazy, like, monster things floating about under her house?
Mom used to tell me about them. Didn't think they were actually real.
Nightmares.
Yeah. They give people nightmares. Or they are nightmares. I don't remember which. I wish I could ask her.
Why can't they just leave me be on my little quest? Alright, see ya.
Isn't that heavy?
Yes.
Doesn't seem heavy, does it? Hey, what the f- no, let go. Yeah, there we go. We defend pigs and birds, but not floating tent. Do you know what he just said? They give you nightmares. I don't know if they do it intentionally or not, but nevertheless.
Follow me, Atreus.
And hey, this is my playthrough of the game, right? I wonder if I've got any skill points I can use. Oh, no, I don't have enough. And birds shit on your car. And what? Like, therefore what? They're undeserving. Wow, we're just learning so much about you guys today.
Now we'll get to the mountain.
And I don't like it.
I just can't believe I'm here, doing all this. There was a time I thought I'd never leave our woods, or even my own beds.
You were not to blame for your sickness.
Oh, I know. I guess I'm just saying. This is great.
It just means we need to shit on the bird. I'm pretty sure that was a Family Guy joke. Where, like, Peter was hunched over on the roof above, like, a bird getting into his car. That feels like a Family Guy joke.
She stinks.
But that's just it, right? Humans are petty. The birds aren't doing it on purpose.
God of thunder.
That's right. I never thought you
Well.
listened when Mother spoke of the gods.
I seldom did. Did she speak of one who could feel no pain?
Oh. That sounds like Baldur,
Balder.
an Aesir god, son of Odin and Frigg.
And Odin is king.
That's right. Why do you ask?
We're gonna be meeting him soon. Well, both of them, I suppose.
I see runes there in his chest. Can't quite make it out. It reads, sacrifice your arms to the center of the water. Awaken again the cradle of the world. What? Throw our weapons into the water? Guess that won't be a problem for you. Are you gonna do it?
Well, I don't know if you needed to throw it quite that far away, but...
The axe did not return.
Jeez. I don't know that this is the way that Kratos thought his day would be going.
What?
Or maybe he did.
Is this?
It's the world serpent.
Stay calm, boy!
I am! This is great!
It speaks?
Yeah! Mom said he's friendly!
What is it saying?
I don't know! That was amazing! Wait!
Yeah,
there's a
that was
ship
really
up
cool.
where we live.
That was really
Yeah.
cool. I agree, Trace. That was...
And there's a statue
That was
of Thor.
cool.
Except I can see a lot more of him now.
The
Ah,
water
because the
dropped,
water levels have
and the
dropped.
serpent rose.
Oh, that must be where
Man,
the
I don't
beach
know what
where
it is,
Thor,
but like, there's
see?
something really cool to me about like,
And
it's
there's
kind of
the
like the
mountain.
Icelandic,
Look
like
at
the
that building
really
leads from the foot of the
dark
mountain to
gray
that golden
black
temple.
rocks with
It was
sort of
all
a
just under the
darkish
surface.
green grass atop it. I don't know
for
what
the
it is.
statue.
Death
Just
Stranding,
like
which
her.
like
Is he
that's got that aesthetic too.
Nice and
I don't know what it is, but I really like it. It's so unique to me.
We're going to the dock first, right? We'll be the first people to walk on it, and who knows how long.
You know of that serpent?
He's one of the giants.
Thankfully, we don't
He's
fight the
so
serpent,
big,
otherwise
he's
Fringy
walking
would have
on the
never
whole
finished the
world. He
game.
bites his own tail.
An exaggeration.
Interesting
Alright.
point you
Looked
raised
pretty
there.
big to me. Is this the way to the mountain?
It would seem.
Yeah, that aesthetic is just, I don't know what it is, it's just oddly beautiful.
Have I got something for you too?
Brock?
Man, how'd you get here?
But how did
Your
you...
camel, your weird camel fella must be very... He's like a camel tyrannos... Look at his little arms. He's like kind of like a camel. And those fish are not—they're not having a good day.
What do you think?
How much do you want Fenrir to be in God of War Ragnarok? I feel like that's got to be inevitable, right? He's got to show up.
Folks will finally come out of hiding. They'll be clawing all over each other just to catch a whiff of my wares. You watch. You rush around like that everywhere? Yeesh. Catch! The pile of rocks there? With that key of Yggdrasil, you can open a magic door to the branches of the World Tree. A shortcut between the realms. If you ever see him out in the world, use it to get back to me quick. But it's only one way. Straight back here and nowhere else. And whatever you do, never, never, ever throw yourself over the edge of the path, lest you want death.
Yeah, I don't see us wanting that.
Astute. Oh, I wonder if I can buy anything from him.
Let's get you squared away then. What'll it be, Shorty? Can't be shooting. What more you need?
Ah, right, yeah. Nope, don't have enough money for anything else by the looks of it.
Rampaging. Let's sort you out.
I didn't look here though. Enhancements though, that's something I have to equip somewhere, I presume. He doesn't have anything. Alright, let's get a few upgrades. Okay. Nah, we're good. Off we go. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know if you guys relate to that, but like, just like that sort of aesthetic, especially like amidst the fog and everything. I don't know what it is, but I find it like stunning. It's just really cool to me. What do you mean already? We've only been playing for 2 hours and look at the variety in the locales. And like none of it feels like it's out of place, right? It all feels like it slots into the good old Norse world. Looks like Greenland. Yeah, I think Iceland's got a lot of these aesthetics as well. I'd like to go there one day. Fringy longs for Longman country. Is this what it looks like in Wales? Isn't Wales just like rolling hills and stuff? I remember that when I went up north in Scotland, it started to get a bit more like this, which I did really like.
If we find a cipher, I bet I could figure it
out. Just the fact that he's like, how do I open this crate? I know, I'll punch it. It's just really funny to me. I had a friend go to Greenland. You don't even have to be a professional photographer to get amazing pictures. Well, I mean, when the landscape is, like, beautiful, I love grass, like, then, yeah, you don't even need that. Sorry, I was, like, halfway through reading that and responding to that. Doesn't look like I can do anything here. Oh. Nope. Okay. I love grassy mountains and meadows. Heard the UK's got a lot of that. Yes, but I don't know if they'd be called mountains though, right? They're just like... I quite liked, because I went on like a bus trip up north to like Inverness. And like, man, that was beautiful. Like all of the... That's just like an aesthetic that isn't like a thing here. Because I mean, I think Australia is a beautiful country as well. It's just that there are certain things that you see here that you won't see anywhere else. And there are certain things that you see elsewhere around the world, and plenty of places around the world that you're never going to get here. Oh. Oh. Okay, one. Man, might have been good to see where the third one was. Oh. Yes. We have mountains in the UK, just not particularly big ones. We got meadows up the wazoo, though. I guess the interesting thing is, it's always going to be like a contrast in terms of, because when, you know, when I went to the UK, one of the things that was like, kind of like the, interesting to me, there are places in Australia that are denser, but like, by and large, you can drive for a while through like, absolute nothing. Just nothing but countryside. For a while before you'll encounter like a new place. For as much as there would be like countryside in the UK, it feels like it's beyond the horizon. There'll be like another town or like another village, another place that you can go. Which can't exactly be said for like in Australia, where it's like you can drive for like in certain places here, you can drive for several hours and like never see anything. Just a difference, right, between Australia and the United Kingdom. Sounds like America. Oh, I mean, America's going to be similar too. It's just that the sparseness in Australia is much more prevalent. Like, if you drive along the eastern coast of the United States, you're going to encounter a good amount of things. If you drive, like, I mean, the clearest example would be you drive from Adelaide to Perth, there's nothing. There's nothing. Like, you'll encounter a town every, like, 100 kilometers or so for a while, and then there's nothing. Like, for like, a day. For, like, a good day or two drive, there's just absolutely nothing. The only places that it seems like that'd be the case in America is, like, in Montana. And even then, I get the impression that there'd be more stuff in Montana than there is in some places here.
Oh, look. He bit Thor.
More myths.
Will bite him. Looks like.
That's exactly why they didn't film The Lord of the Rings in the UK. There's not enough countryside not to be disrupted by civilization. And yet, Season 2 is moving entirely to the United Kingdom. They did some photography in
I still can't read these.
New Zealand for the show, but not for the new season. I don't have much to say about that one.
I still can't read these.
Oh, right, yeah, we don't have the cipher. Whoops.
It smells awful.
Poison.
I meant the Lord of the Rings films, Fringo. No, I know what you meant. I'm just adding. Isn't it interesting to think that the reason why they didn't film in the UK was because there wasn't enough unobstructed countryside, and yet, Rings of Power is now going to be moving to... Don't run away. And Australia has Mad Max. Yeah, I mean, of course, right, but is that any surprise?
He did it.
I mean, I did most of the work, but...
Hey, it's a fragment of a language cipher. You should look for more like this.
This is actually just... Oh, nope, there we go. I was about to say. Look up the Arctic Henge in Iceland. I may well do that after this here stream. I'm going the right way. I think this is back the way I came, but I figure that that's the end of that.
I told you. We should come back with the cipher.
Well, I got part of a cipher. Isn't that good enough? Oh, nope. Alright. Looks like I... No, I fucked up. Maybe that is the way I'm still supposed to go. Alright. Rings of Power is dead to me. I could barely get through the EFAP, but that's a new level of disinterest in a TV show. Usually you guys make anything worth listening to or listening about. Yeah, I mean, Rings of Power is it's not good. I went the wrong way. Yeah. Alright, this way. I mean, it's... Man, I feel like I'm getting more and more vindicated in terms of perspective. It's just like, none of what's being created right now is going to endure. Nobody's talking about She-Hulk anymore. Nobody's talking about Rings of Power anymore. Like, it's done. Like, it's over by way of any discussion, which doesn't seem to be the case. I get the impression people are still going to be talking about House of the Dragon in a few weeks from now. I mean, people certainly will come back to it.
Sure is foggy here. Another dwarf. Should we...
No. He is of no consequence.
Hi, excuse me, but, how did you come by that, axe?
That is my concern alone.
And, while I won't dispute that, I know that blade. It was one of ours, but, we didn't make it for you.
Step aside.
I can't. See, the woman we made it for, I was, well, I am quite fond of her, and I would be somewhat displeased if it turns out that you did something to her.
It was my mother's. She left its father before she died.
Face dead? I'm very, very sorry to hear that. She was a fierce warrior. And a good woman. Okay. I will make improvements to the axe.
But nobody asked you to.
Well, it's true, but knowing your mother, she would have insisted I repair that act of vandalism perpetrated against her axe by my brother.
I knew it. You are Brock's brother. The other half of the brand's here.
The blue one is your brother.
Yes. Though my talents are vastly superior. No boast. I swear to Freya.
Do not undo his work. Improve upon it only.
Yeah, but can you put it down over there? That handle is...
No.
Filthy. Okay then. I will just... Oh. 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 Oh, is that dried blood? Oh.
So, what were you working on?
Oh, that. I call it the Sky Mover. Just up that mountain waits a treasure trove of rare resources. Once I mine it, I'll need a way to bring it all down.
And you know how to fix it?
Not even a little.
Alright, calm down.
To work we go.
How many enchantments? Nope, can't afford anything.
Was there something else?
Nah, we're good for now. Cheers. Didn't even hear that, but yeah.
Atreus, follow me.
Be right there.
Alright, where are we off to? Oh, yeah, of course. Of course. Can't just leave me alone for 1 minute. Alright, yeah, I can't punch that crate like an insane person yet. I don't know, this, which dwarf do I prefer? This guy seems nicer at first glance, and I find him funny. I like them both. They're charming in their own little way. I'm not sure. I don't know. Are we squaring up for a Ragnarok EFAP? Well, Rags doesn't own a PlayStation, but I imagine that there will be plenty to talk about when Ragnarok comes out, especially by then, which ideally by then I'll be done with my playthrough and will be invested. And hey, maybe I'll go back and play God of War 3. I have it for PS4, which means I can play it on PS5, so... I don't know about 1 and 2, I don't think I'm ever playing those. Is this on PS5? Well, it's PS4 version on PS5, so it's got the enhanced performance mode. It was like a big reason why, because I could have bought it again for PC, but if I can play it at 60 FPS on PS5, and I already own it for PS4, then, you know.
That was good, right?
Fine with me.
Not bad, but not good either.
Wow, alright. Oh, whoops. Oh, I see. In the order. Ah, come on. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing? What am I doing wrong? Nah, don't tell me, by the way. I'll figure it out. Let me go get this crate first before I forget. Ghost of Tsushima is really nice on PS5. It's a cool thing, right? That a lot of the games that were on PS4, that first of all, that backwards compatibility is actually now being prioritized again. That's swell. But also the fact that there are like updated performance enhanced modes for like older games. You hear about Gotham Knights releasing next gen only, running at 30? Yeah, and didn't, like, now I could be wrong, but something that I heard is that it was blamed on the Xbox Series S, which is not a great excuse, right? Like, that just doesn't scan to me as like a real answer. Man, this might be a conversation. It is really this simple. You can 4K. Hold on, let's get ourselves composed here. On PlayStation 2, there were many games that ran at 60 frames per second that look far less graphically impressive than the games that are coming out now. It is a matter of priorities, graphically. That's what it comes down to. That's it. It's about priorities. Do you want to? Is it about graphics or is it about performance? That's it. That's all it comes down to. It's not a matter of like technical limitations. The technical limitations will always stem from like the objectives that you want to achieve by way of graphics. Like if there's ray tracing or all of these settings, and of course, fundamentally, what kind of engine are you using? How much are you prioritizing, like how much are you optimizing in order to enable this to happen? It should be mentioned in chat, but like God of War Ragnarok, God of War Ragnarok's coming out with a bunch of crazy modes, including like 4K 100, like a 120 hertz mode. It's just a matter of priorities, that's simple. I mean, Gotham Knights looks like a bit of a train wreck though, doesn't it? Just like, I don't know what the deal is there. Gameplay-wise, it doesn't look very interesting. Narratively, I don't know. I mean, the fact that it runs at 30 FPS, when let's get real, graphically, doesn't look great. I don't think it looks particularly good, visually.
Are we getting closer to the mountain?
Where I bought my PS5. Oh, there's a new Batman game to play. It's like, oh yeah, new Batman game, huh? I don't think it's a new Batman game. It's Gotham Knights. That's not a new Batman game. Also, yeah, just, I don't know. Just not interested.
There.
Oh, shit. That was an accident. Didn't mean that. Wrong button, alright? Can't be helped.
Why let a deadly curse stop you?
Insomniac added a wide variety of modes for the PS5 Spider-Man games plus Ratchet. It is fundamentally like a choice that you're making. And it's a matter of priorities. It really is like that simple. Ah, come on, stop running away! Gotcha! It's always been priorities because it's something that started happening in like the PS3 generation, really. That like PS3, Xbox 360, that's when graphics started to be deprioritized over. That's when performance fell victim to the push for graphics. Because all that's happened pretty consistently for like the last 10, 15 years in terms of video games, especially on consoles, is that the hardware is being pushed beyond what it is actually capable of achieving. That's been a pretty persistent problem. Right now we're in a good place. I hope that games keep giving us performance mode options. I hope that doesn't stop. I don't think it will. But who knows, right? I do hope that it doesn't stop and that it's maintained. You're gonna get Crash 4 on PC? Well, funnily enough, I don't even need to now, because Crash Bandicoot has like a PlayStation 5 version. I booted it up the other day. Locked, okay. We'll have to come back to that later. So yeah, now I can play Crash 4 at 60. Because PlayStation 4 was like an unlocked frame rate, or it'd often go to 30. But I mean, I played that game a lot. So,
maybe I
you
can
know,
carry her?
probably don't need to go back to that one for a while. New games to play.
What?
I just meant I spent more time with her. You were off hunting a lot.
It will serve you to stop talking.
Those look kind of sick.
Done.
Hopefully with consoles now going forward and sticking to SSD, that helps for further console development. I mean, it has to. It almost certainly will. Which is good, right? Because it pushes in that direction. That's the way that should be going. Man, you are just oh Jesus. Digital Foundry did a video recently showing the performance mode for 2077 on the Series S and it runs at 60. I just don't buy. I don't know. I just don't buy that it's impossible to do a performance mode like for Gotham Knights. I think that's just got to be a matter of priorities. And prioritizing 60 frames per second. It's just not going to be a boss fight.
Father?
Oh, I think it is. Sweet. Creature design is fantastic as well. Oh shit. Alright, right, dodge. As has become customary, whenever shit starts getting a little more intense, I'm going to go quiet, so don't mind me. I keep forgetting. Oh shit! Fuck me! I'm not doing well right now. Oh yeah, I'm dead. All right. Let's try again. Jesus. I think it's one of the things I'm probably going to get used to in terms of this, oh, right, yeah. Like, getting used to this, right, because I have to control the camera. Hey, the camera falls out, like, reasonably far. Like, I don't actually see it as, like, a problem in the format that they've gone with. It's like, the game knows when it needs to pull the camera out so that you can see more of what's happening. Pro tip, fire hurts. Oh, thanks. I bet you that was one of the pop-ups, right? Like when these games do those nice wow. He's not a very good ally, is he? Like, at a moment's notice, he'll fucking fling you at me. Jesus. I'm not doing well right now. Can't parry anything. Alright, time to heal, time to heal, time to heal, time to heal. I saw a heal, like a healing item drop nearby. Fuck me. Here we go. Okay. Oh, wow, that didn't do shit. Gotcha. Oh, come on, come. Ah, oh, damn it. Yeah, let's use it. Let's use it. That's cool. Gotcha. You little schmuck.
Here? Who built this place?
L1 and circle is heal. Like a heal that just... Oh, I see. Oh, well, thanks. Henry Cavill announcing his return as Superman is way bigger than the Ant-Man trailer. Well, I mean, I care more about that at this point. Like, any investment that I have in, like, Marvel is, like, just piss. Whereas, like, a level of investment in DC, it's like, a little bit, yeah. Not a lot, but a little bit. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at now. It's like, I kind of believe that the possibility of, like, good DC stuff is greater than the possibility of good Marvel stuff. Now, anyway. Phase 4 has been a disaster, and I don't think there's going to be any meaningful change in the approach that they take to storytelling.
Indeed.
Yeah, that's kind of all there is to it.
wonder if Sindri knows those sky movers tangled with roots up here.
I doubt it.
So how's he going to get it to work?
I do not care.
Is that smoke?
I mean, I touched on it, but some of you might not have been here right at the start. Like, people want a Superman story. I think it's that simple. People want Superman. They want Henry Cavill's Superman. It's just great casting, but he's not been given an opportunity, really.
Stay back, boy.
Ugh. What is that?
Not been given an opportunity to actually
find
get to
another way
really
up.
portray that character.
The witch. Wish she was here. Bet she could get us past this.
My magic is useless against the Black Breath, and there's no way around it. Odin saw to that long ago.
What are you doing here?
Making sure you can finish your journey.
Why wait to warn us?
I was busy, saving my friend, if you remember. The Black Breath is a corruption of magic even I can't dispel. Only the pure light of Alfheim is strong enough to break through. But that road is long. What does this goal mean to you?
It's everything.
Follow me.
Why help us?
Maybe I see more of myself in you than I'm willing to admit. Maybe by helping you, I'll make up for a lifetime of mistakes. Or maybe I just like you.
Even though we shot your friend?
Even though you shot my friend, yes.
Where must we go?
To a realm beyond your own.
I hope they make him a good guy Superman in the films. I'm fed up with miserable superheroes. I mean, at this point, Goody Two-Shoes, good guy, Boy Scout Superman is downright unique and inspired. Oh, thanks for the resub. And Fringy, smile back to you. You think Kevin Feige's going to keep sticking around MCU after Phase 5 or give the reins to someone else? I don't see why he'd quit. He's probably making a gajillion dollars right now.
Can't. Sindri said
I think the only reason that he'd leave is if he, like, lost a level of, autonomy. I imagine he's got a good amount of autonomy right now, and maybe that'll change the more productions don't do as well. And who knows? I don't know. I don't know if, like, I don't know if Marvel is, like, a guaranteed success anymore. I guess I'm just not sure what I think about that. Or at the very least, success to the degree that they would want for the investment. But who knows, you know? I don't know. I'm not sure. I doubt he's going anywhere, though. Because I doubt that the MCU is going anywhere.
Tyr's temple is at the center of the lake. It is from there we travel to Alfheim. Thankfully, it's no longer underwater.
Why is that creature in the bay?
Do the phases
No
mean
one
anything for the
knows.
MCU, or is it just
He just
arbitrary now?
appeared
I thought
one
each phase was capped with an
Soon
Avengers
after,
movie.
Thor attacked,
Yeah, I don't know.
and their
I don't
power
know.
could be
I'm not
felt
sure.
across
What
all
is it
the
about Black
realms.
Panther's conclusion and Ant-Man's
Ultimately, it
beginning that
ended in a
marks the end of
stalemate,
Phase 4?
and
And
Thor
what is to
returned
be
to
said
Odin
about what Phase
empty-handed.
4 achieved,
The
narratively?
serpent stayed and grew so large.
The
he
answer
now
is that
spans
Phase 4,
all
5,
of
and 6 were
Midgard.
kind of like made up. This was not planned
They've
properly.
hated each other ever since. Destined
Remember,
to kill
like,
each other.
Fantastic Four was meant to be part of Phase
You
5.
believe in Ragnarok?
4,
I dearly wish I
rather.
didn't.
Now it's part of Phase 6.
You know, we actually talked to the World Serpent.
You did?
An exaggeration.
I'm good with languages, even ones I've never heard before. But when he talks, I can't understand any of it.
Sadly, no one can. He speaks a dead tongue.
Oh.
Yeah, that sucks. Oh yeah, he's right. It must be lonely. God, that would be really lonely if you couldn't even, like, if there's no language. The language you speak is one that nobody else can speak.
Watch your step. Just along here.
You sure? We came through here before and there's no way back across. See?
Is that so? Let me show you something. Are you watching? Riosta.
What? It's solid.
Elven architecture. My bowstring was soaked in the light of Alfheim. It can now reawaken the magic of the elves.
Wait, it won't just disappear, will it?
Not as long as the light shines free. This way.
I want one.
Kind of sad I used to be invested in the
Those
MCU
roots.
despite not liking all the films.
What kind of magic
Now
is
I'm
that?
happy when characters I like don't appear in the
From
films.
Anaheim?
I'm basically in the same
No.
position.
Stories.
It's like I said in the
I didn't
Endgame
say much
video,
about
I
the
would have considered myself a sort of fan of the MCU. Plenty of bad stuff, but like as a premise or a potential, you know, as a narrative format, I like
Father
it.
taught you that.
But yeah. Yeah, now at this point it's like, oh, thank God, like, they didn't show up, because anytime a character shows up, they stand a chance of being ruined. Daredevil is like the biggest monkey's paw ever in terms of, like, for how long I wanted some level of legitimacy for that character, and now he's, like,
Huge
getting it
temple.
in just
Built with help from
terrible
the
stories.
Great
And who
team
knows
used
what
it
they're
to
gonna
travel
do
the
in the
9
future.
realms and keep the peace between them.
Doesn't seem very peaceful. Everywhere we go, we're attacked.
Yeah, that's a good
Especially
point,
by
Atreus.
The risen
Yep.
dead grow ever more numerous. Once the roads and trails would have been full of people. Now all have hid or fled, save for the Reavers, savage enough to survive in such a world.
I think the MCU did mostly well with its characters, even in their lesser films. Yeah, again, in the Endgame video, that's something I said. I think the
Make a
characters
right at
have
the bottom
worked.
of these stairs.
Plot's always been weak, world building's always been flimsy. But, characters were pretty consistent, and yeah, that's just totally fallen by the wayside now. The characters are like,
Hey,
fucking
another one of those
catastrophe.
hikers.
Like, it's just
Wait there while I
catastrophic.
reawaken the light. Leosta.
That did it. What are we doing exactly?
Mending the disrepair. Start by lifting that axle. Good. Now push it back into place.
Watch your Endgame video 5 times because it's that good. Oh, thanks, I appreciate it. I hope that video is rewatchable. That's definitely the plan for the next big critique video. That's really the goal for all of the critique videos, is to make something that's like evergreen, essentially.
How is the whole entire bridge
A lot of
turning?
work to do that. I don't know if I'd consider the Pitiful
You're really
Polemics. It's like
strong.
kind of evergreen, but I'm not sure in the same way.
Pushing until the bridge reaches
Endgame
its
seems
first
to have proven
position.
pretty evergreen, which is nice, because when you work on a project for that long and you don't know how people are going to
He's
respond
always
to it,
been
it's
really
nice
strong.
when it's pretty positive.
So about the dead. We heard someone call them Hellwalkers. But what are they?
This is an
They are
interesting
poor,
contraption.
restless souls, denied their judgment and their peace.
By what? Could Vanir magic raise the dead?
It could, once. But this is no spell. This plague of dead is but a symptom of a world out of balance. Something or someone has meddled with powerful forces. That is all I know for sure. That's perfect.
Be funny if she's like, why'd you do that? Like, that's, why would you do that? We can't get it out now, it's stuck. It's like, oh, whoops, uh-oh.
That was impressive. You didn't hurt your back.
Yeah, it was.
I did not hurt my back.
Kratos just says funny things.
Or the Ellis built tier stump.
All the races helped with its construction. It was the last great act of cooperation between the realms before peace disappeared for good.
Just the art direction is fantastic. It's so great. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be saying this a lot throughout this playthrough, but like, damn, it's really good.
Leosta.
Your bowstring stopped glowing.
Its power is now depleted. Only a few knocks of magic remained in the bowstring, and we used them. Your bow, please. Once you claim the Light of Alfheim, infuse the bowstring with its power. Don't forget.
Like how curious Atreus is. Well, yeah, I mean, it's the contrast, right? He's seeing the world more or less for the first time.
I'll try.
And
measures
everything
were
is really
taken to
cool
keep
and
me trapped in
interesting.
Midgard.
But Kratos is viewing everything in a
Gods don't
different
care
light.
very much.
Everything is like skeptical, distrusting, doesn't know if it's all gonna be
So dark.
terrible or
This
go
temple has
horribly.
been asleep, underwater for almost 150 winters. It needs
Now, I remember
only
getting
the
up
light
to
of
this
the
part when I
Bifrost
played through
to
it the first time,
reawaken.
so let's pay super close attention, because this seems quite important. The Bifrost. Ooh.
Those roots don't look like your magic.
They aren't. These roots are part of the Great World Tree and make travel between the realms possible. Approach.
How does it work?
You will need this, a Bifrost, to create travel between realms. It can capture, hold, and transfer the light of Alfheim. Place the Bifrost there.
You don't need to, like, slam
What
everything
now?
so hard.
Give it a moment. The temple
Goddamn,
needs time
Kratos.
to wake up from its long slumber. It is from this room, and this room alone, that you will be able to cross between realms. What you see before you represents the temple in which we stand, as well as the realm towers that encircle the Lake of Nine outside. All the realms exist in the same physical space, reflections of each other. These doors, the towers outside, and the 9 realms are all intertwined and coexisting on the branches of the World Tree, separated only by the Bifrost light of Alfheim. This place can focus and control that light.
Thor
And
4
is this the
flashback,
World
stop it. Don't
Only
you
an
dare.
artistic
Don't invoke
representation of
don't
it.
invoke the name
No,
of Thor 4
the
in this
Yggdrasil is
stream.
much, much more than this. The Tree of Life is bound to the fate of the world, just as we are bound to it. The tree nourishes our soils. The dew from its leaves feeds our valleys and rivers. The tree's very existence supports all of creation along its boughs. Its life energy interwoven into the tapestry of life. Birth, growth, death, and rebirth. Every strand transcending time, transcending space. Everything comes back to the tree. So, that's how it works. But I'm guessing you were looking for a more practical answer.
Yes.
Very well. The bridge you pushed outside is currently positioned to lead to the realm of Vanaheim. Instead, turn the wheel to our actual destination, Alfheim.
Wait, is this moving the big bridge outside?
Yes, the wheel turns the bridge, and the bridge aligns to the different realm towers on the lake outside.
Wait, there's no tower on this one.
And that's why realm travel to Jotunheim is impossible. Without a tower for the bridge to lock into, the sequence can't begin. Every realm has a travel rune that unlocks the bridge to that realm. I'm giving you the one for Alfheim. Now you can lock in your destination.
Alright.
We're ready. Remember to take the
go.
Bifrost. You don't want to lose that. Now the realm
Yeah, that
travel
would
bridge
be
will
not
align,
great.
and the realm between realms.
And yeah, the music is fantastic and it looks incredible. It's great. It's really inspired and cool.
See that giant crystal? Each realm has a corresponding one that focuses and amplifies the power of the Bifrost, opening the bridge to that realm. That's why realm travel is only possible from this room.
What about that one realm tower missing from the lake?
The Jotunheim Tower disappeared from all realms over 100 winters ago, when the giants vanished from Midgard. Where the tower went and how they moved it remain a mystery.
Alright. New realm.
It didn't work. We're still here.
Follow me.
The Bifrost is dark.
This trip was its last use. There's no going back until it's replenished with the light of Alfheim.
So we are trapped.
Someone of your ability should have little trouble getting back to Midgard.
And we'll be
Well,
able to make that light.
fingers crossed.
The captured light of Alfheim, yes.
This game and God of War 3's soundtracks and masterpieces. I am quite fond of the music in this game. Like, the motif I find, like, really great. It's just 3 notes, but it works, and it works in a variety of different contexts, which is, like, that to me seems indicative of a really strong motif.
Welcome to Alfheim, gentlemen.
I feel like that's the key to a lot of
Think
great
you can
soundtracks
spot
in, like, films and video games is motifs,
light.
leitmotifs
I
that
can
keep
barely see it.
recurring. one of the ones
See
I
that
really
column of
like,
light on the
man,
horizon?
I would love to talk
It's
about it
housed
like
in the
in
heart of
depth,
the
but
ring
Halo
tunnel.
Reach
We'll find what
is
we
a
need there.
totally different soundtrack, like compared to the other games. But there are so many songs from the old games that are integrated. Uh-oh.
To restore the Bifrost magic, you must step into the light, but be very careful not to get caught.
Well, crap.
She's not dead. Is she?
Not likely. Come.
And just the fact that it's so clear that we're in a different realm.
Look at this place.
Stay by me. Touch nothing.
Okay.
Well,
What is that?
I will say, this seems like a logical place to put the brakes on our playthrough. So, as per usual, any more like media-related questions or about the game, we'll have a little chat before I wrap it up. But I'm having a great time. We'll continue with this playthrough. Like I said, because I got other games to play, I can safely reserve God of War as like the stream game, at least for the next couple of weeks, or depending on how long it takes to complete. As for like times, like guaranteed times when I'll be streaming, can't say. It's basically going to be what it seems like it's been for Metal and Mauler, which is whenever I feel that I've got time available to me to do it. What level are you? Your PFP is covering it? It says 1. Says I'm level 1. But it says show descriptions, right? So maybe before we do that, let me see if there's any skills I can upgrade. Purchase that. No. Let's do some upgrades for Atreus. We'll do all of these ones actually. I can afford them all. Will you stream Ragnarok? Yeah. In case it wasn't obvious, right? The reason why I'm playing this, the reason why I'm playing this right now is because I'm gonna be playing Ragnarok. Oh, we're equipping that. Hell yeah. Okay, yeah. Thoughts on the game story and gameplay? I mean, I like the way that, like, the presentation style is super cool, and I think it's delivering its story in a way that's coherent with the gameplay. The impression that I get, I think in my when I played this game the first time, about here is where I got up to. So from, like, this point on, what I imagine is going to be, like, all totally new. Like, totally new things I'm unfamiliar with compared to only vaguely familiar with up until this point. So that's going to be exciting and cool. Yeah. So I was talking about, yeah, soundtrack. Yeah, leitmotifs seem to just be, whenever I can see, like, leitmotifs in a soundtrack for a film or a game, that's just, I like that. And it seems like a good indication of a well thought out theme is one that is like really universally applicable, that you can put it in moments where it's epic or somber, sad, like that it's versatile musically, you know, in a sense. And bwam 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 proves to be pretty versatile, I think. Can't wait for Callisto Protocol. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm looking forward to playing that. And that's out in a couple of months, I think. So I imagine I'll be playing that and Dead Space. Lots of new games coming out. As for Bayonetta 3, I imagine that I may pick it up. I may or may not. As for whether I'm going to have time carved out to play it, I mean, got this now. And I don't know how long this is going to take me. You know me when it comes to streams. I'm hyper inconsistent, but hopefully I can be more consistent with a new game to play. And a new game that hopefully you guys are finding it interesting to watch me go through for the first time. I mean, I've had a lot of fun playing it, and I've had a lot of fun streaming it. I still got Soma though, and it's Spooky Ween, and Spooky Ween is almost over. So who knows? Who knows about that? Whenever I jump between games, a game gets neglected, so I don't know. I don't know. Oh, thanks for the resub. Spoiler, Kratos is Luke Skywalker's father. I think you're lying to me. I think that you're deceiving me right now. I'm pretty sure that God of War and Star Wars do not take place in the same continuity. But who knows? Maybe I could be wrong on that. But I don't think I am. What'll be interesting is this your first playthrough? So I bought the game back in 2018 and I played basically up to where we are now, where we're stopping for today. So like from here on, it's basically gonna be like totally new. And fortunately I managed to, like, I'm familiar with God of War to some extent. I haven't played the games, only this one for a little bit. But fortunately, like, I know that there are certain payoffs in this game, like, that I'm aware of, but I think all of it together, like, as a coherent, like, as its whole, I'm not super familiar with, which means it's going to be new experience. And I've said it a few times, but if you've been watching the Muller and Meadows streams on God of War, that's hopefully going to be something different. And this experience is that you're watching somebody first time, not super, like, immersed in God of War as a franchise, kind of a different perspective. And I mean, I guess, you know, like, the game would have been made knowing that there would be people like me who this would be their first, like, God of War experience proper. But hey, I mean, after this is done, and if there's time between Ragnarok and when I finish this, then I can go back and play God of War. Well, I haven't played God of War 3 yet. I can go back and play God of War 3 on stream as well, maybe. Who knows? It's been a lot of fun, and it will be fun next time. But for now, that's it. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the subs. Thanks for chatting. Super duper appreciate it. Working on stuff, but I don't really have anything right now. Maybe I'll make a comic or some art piece. That's something I've been putting off for a while. But yeah. Thanks again. Super duper appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. I'll catch you with more God of War shenanigans.